favorite podcast is Jitsandtitspodcast. I put up my tits to get down with this. My favorite podcast, Jitsandtitspodcast. We fight and then we celebrate with tits.
What's up? You're on with another episode of Jits and Tits. Damn! The Jits and Tits podcast is brought to you by Brandon Remy of Remy Fit, the premier online training outlet for combat sports athletes, focusing on the 4 pillars of performance: movement, mindset, sleep, and nutrition. Check out Brandon at RemyFit.com and be RemyFit on Instagram.
We're also brought to you by Island Kava, Long Island's first and only kava bar, serving exotic teas and relaxing elixirs that'll help you recover and wind down after an intense training session. Island Kava is located right in the heart of Patchogue.
We are also sponsored by Total Motion 360. This new at-home fitness product combines both functional training and traditional training methods, taking it to new levels never seen before. Total Motion 360 combines landmine training and mixes movements from yoga, Pilates, and Tai Chi, creating fun, total body workouts to promote balance, mobility, and strength. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram at Total Motion 360 and visit their website, totalmotion360.com.
We're also brought to you by Relax and Revive, which is a total mind and body optimization and rejuvenation space. When you need to feel recharged and ready to go, book an appointment or walk in and give yourself a well-deserved break. They offer access to infrared saunas, leg compression therapies, full-body LED recovery bed, cold plunge, and professional massage therapy. They also have a private room that has an infrared sauna and cold plunge in the same room to try out their contrast therapy.
Yo,
What's up, players?
what's going on, everyone?
Chilling.
This fucking bipolar weather, dude.
Oh my god, dude, it was so nice out the other day, and then fucking snow yesterday.
Yo, snow,
sleet, rain, hail.
30-mile-an-hour winds. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's crazy.
Welcome to fucking March in New York.
Yeah.
This shit ain't new.
This New York weather is fucking out of control.
This shit sucks.
Yeah. Like, the seasons are definitely getting fucked. Mother Nature is definitely going through some shit right now.
Our seasons are... It's crazy, like, how things have changed in... I mean, even just the last, like, 5 years. But, like, in the last 10, like, big changes.
Yeah, big.
You know, because I remember, like when I was in high school... And we would have, like, snow days, like, all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like, actual snow days.
Yeah, but
like,
they were all, like, consolidated to, like 2 months at the beginning of the winter.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like we went through January, February, we got no snow, or very little.
Right,
and then now we're
now
we're in March with 50-degree days on one, and then fucking drops down to 25 the next day.
Yeah, and we'll have a fucking nor'easter in 2 weeks, and then we'll have one last blizzard. Flirting with April. It's usually how it goes now. Like winter, we used to have snow. Like winter would be in December. You'd have snow in December. Chances of white Christmases. I feel like it's all got shifted like 2-3 months over the last like 15 years or so. Like now, winter goes until April.
Yeah,
and it's been so fucking nice though. Like last week we were like pushing the 50s like all week.
But this is what it does. It goes up and down. It can't make up its mind, and then it gets back to being cold again. And winter stretches out till like mid-April, and then it starts to get nice, 50 degrees. You have like 2 weeks of actual spring in the early May, and then bam, fuck you, summer.
Yeah,
90 degrees.
Melt your balls off your body.
Yeah.
I don't mind that,
and then
though.
summer goes till like mid-October now.
Yeah,
I could fuck with that.
Yeah.
See, that I don't mind, but I just wish it was like, all right, mid-October, bam, November, December, it's like
we have no
cold.
Fall.
Yeah, we don't have a fall.
I don't know why everyone gasses up like the 4 seasons, because like I feel like in California where it's like 70 and beautiful like the whole year round, like I wouldn't fucking mind that. But like, we have 4 seasons here. I'd be like, I'd be fine if I never saw fucking snow again. Dude.
Oh yeah,
I love snow.
Give me 3 seasons. Give me summer, spring, fall. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
Nah.
fall's the my
And give me
favorite.
Terrence wearing this fucking Unabomber outfit every day of my life.
I forgot I still had the shades on. Fucking
P. Diddy, dude.
douchebag. I just came in and started setting up and shit.
That's a P. Diddy move right there, dog.
Maybe I'll just keep them on. Maybe it'll be my thing now.
Yeah.
I need a cup of pure Cambodian breast milk.
Fucking podcast with the glasses, dude. It's a move. is a fucking move. Keep him on,
Keep 'em
dude.
on. I- I'll let 'em rock.
Don't ever change.
I'll let them rock. You guys look like clear in this. Like there's no glare or anything.
Really?
This guy's got that silver medal swagger still.
Saying, dude. Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm coming for that gold. I think June 5th gonna make another
yeah.
appearance
You gonna do both again?
at the next Pride. Yeah, I think so.
You know what would be awesome is if you and Sam face off in the finals.
He's a blue belt.
Damn.
And he's also a little bit heavier than
Yeah.
Tarek.
Yeah,
he
I'm gonna
is.
make that motherfucker cut some weight though.
Damn.
I was having a talk with his fiance last night.
That was fucking bullshit that we like
Oh
we're here.
my God.
Dude, I felt bad for that dude. He came
We're
here
gonna get right into it, dude. I mean, like, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Go ahead.
But like, yeah, what was that gentleman's name?
Vinny.
So Vinny's in here, really nice guy, and like he's talking about how he knows Sam. You know, they were bouncing together at the casino. Like Dave's telling like the origin story when they all met and started hanging out. All these crazy stories about Sam.
That's where that guy looked familiar.
And then
Yeah. He bounced to the casino.
Yeah. Like I've never met him.
He looked familiar.
we're
Yeah,
waiting.
I was like,
All right, are we done, guys? And then we're watching, you know, for like an hour and a half. All of a sudden, Sam's up next. We see a little graphic of like his face and everything. He's coming up, and then the whole thing just freezes on like a whole
Boom.
fast commercial, and we
Freeze.
miss his entire match, and then we just hear like bits and pieces of it from him afterwards.
Dude, that was the worst, right?
Yeah, Long Island Jiu-Jitsu Network, man. We support you guys.
They are doing a good job, but that was crazy.
But that's Bush League, man. You guys got to address that. Like, I don't know if they realized
how
that.
much traction they were gonna get.
No, but how many people didn't get to see that match? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they knew that their stream had froze because they went ahead with that match rather than like, oh shit, the stream's frozen.
Let's fix it.
Let's fix this. Hold on, guys. We're taking we got a technical issue. It sucks, but like, don't roll a match on that people
Are trying to.
I tuned in to watch fucking Sam and Connor.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and even if like only 2 people came to watch that match, it's still 2 people that they should have waited for.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that's just the way it should have been. But I think Remy's right though. I think that there was too many people that were trying to stream it. They weren't prepared for
They
it.
probably weren't, but like,
What causes that?
I
Too
don't know,
much
man.
traffic
Whatever.
or
What do you mean you don't know? You're a fucking IT guy.
Dude, I'm
that's
not there. I don't know what they have. I don't know what their setup
No,
is.
but I'm saying,
Tell you what,
causes
if you were
There
there,
could be a number of things that cause it. Yeah, it could. They could have fucking overloaded their bandwidth on their, if they have a server that they're connecting to.
That's
or,
what I was. Assuming,
I don't know what they're streaming off of. They could have been streaming off a shitty phone, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
No, I
don't
think
know.
they had cameras last time.
Yeah,
They were,
I'm
like,
assuming
plugged into the HDMI.
Could have been the fucking network inside
Yeah,
of the
inside the
gym.
gym, yeah.
There could have been a number of issues depending on what their setup is. But the only thing I will say that they have that's good working for them in this scenario, and I'm not hating on them because I'm a supporter. I like what they're doing. This is just constructive criticism. Because if people paid for that shit last night, they'd be pissed.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it's free, so you can't complain that much.
No.
But
Right.
man, if they were selling tickets, that would be bad news bears.
it happened with the UFC too when we were streaming it when we were on one of our trips, whether it was Hamden
Yes.
or Parksville. But like the whole stream like went dead like
It was Hamden.
right before the main card.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I spent like an hour and a half trying to fucking.
Yeah, Barboza, I think that was. But I mean, I kind of feel like they weren't prepared for the traffic because they were emailing the competitors, like reiterating the fact that they cannot have anybody else come to the event. So I feel like Kyoto was like a
Free for all.
Yeah.
I just walk right in there. No one said shit to me.
yeah. So I feel like they had a packed house. They weren't expecting such like a response from like people and shit. And then they had this one at Royal Jiu-Jitsu, and since it's free, it's like, yo, no doubt, I'm gonna fucking turn it on and watch my boys. And I don't think they were ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what
you gotta
possible.
figure. I think they said there was 20 competitors, right, or 20 matches.
Yeah, 40 competitors.
From like 30 different schools. So you got to figure that's 30. Like, you got to figure at least everyone from the school is going to watch. Not
Yeah.
every single person, but I'm saying at least
Every
30.
person's gonna have one person from their school watching.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, that's not bad though. 40 competitors, like.
Yeah, but then like look, like my uncle watched it in Florida, so it's like then there are going to be competitors whose extended family is going to be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you're telling me too many people from Freedom were tuning in to see Sammy fucking light it up, and that's what tanked it?
maybe.
It's very
a-
possible,
it's
man.
a
You know
good
what I mean? Like, so
possibility.
the thing is,
Sam's a popular guy.
it's they technical issues happen, man. Sometimes they're beyond your control. I'm not hating about
we
that.
We know all about technical issues.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. So like, but I just
speaking
think
of which, should we hit record?
I just think they need to be a little bit.
Record. Are we
They need to be. They just need to be a little bit more aware. Where if that happens, you got to address that and
And not move
stop
on.
the match. Yeah, don't let the match go and steamroll over.
Yeah, but like
people.
you said, I wonder if they know, like if they knew that.
I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely had to have. Somebody must have been like watching it live, making sure everything's going good. They're not just like, recording.
I don't think so, man. Because then they just rolled the next match on. That's like.
Yeah,
It's just fucked because like 20 matches and our boys' match is the one that gets fucked on.
I
know. It's.
And what's shitty too is that I just went onto YouTube to see the event, and his isn't on there. His
Isn't
match
on there,
not
yeah.
I don't think they even got it.
They lost it. They lost that part of the stream. So it's just
Fuck.
and they just kept on going.
Did anyone from Freedom go there and video it? Did
he have a
anyone
coach?
get
Did he have a coach
Steve was there. I don't know if he taped it though or not.
He probably
He's
didn't.
probably
No, he
coaching.
probably didn't.
If he
Yeah,
had
he was
another
coaching.
last time when Oliver was going against Angelo, Sergio was there.
Giacchino was there.
Yeah, Giacchino was there and Steve. So maybe it's different when you have multiple guys. One guy could be the video
Yeah.
guy and the other guy could coach.
I think
but,
it was
like,
just
I can't see
Steve and-
Steve like coaching with like his phone or
Yeah,
something.
I think it was just Steve. Honestly, that was there. I don't know.
That gym looked beautiful, and I asked Eddie, I'm like, "Yo, is Royal nice?" And he said it was amazing, like state of the art, like everything there was beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, it's
He said
brand new.
he said the gym was so nice.
Oh shit.
brand new.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they-
like their sign. Their
sign
was
is nice.
Cool.
outside, and it had like the backlit.
Yep. I wondered, did Eddie say if they were streaming it outside on the wall?
Outside?
Yeah, they were supposed to because it was supposed to be nice. So they were supposed to put on a projector on
Yeah.
like a wall outside.
Yeah, they were supposed to have a food truck there, like some kind of drinks being served.
Well,
and
good
shit.
thing they didn't.
They might have
They
just
might,
planned-
they still
yeah.
might have.
They
though.
were serving snow cones if they were.
Yeah.
For real.
Those things were good back in the day, bro. Not real flavorful, but
Yeah, that's like a carnival, like a street fucking fair.
yeah, snow
Type-
cones,
type
dude.
shit.
Or you get it from the ice cream man.
Yeah.
What sorry, I wanted to get this out there before I forgot. What sucks about this for our boy Sam, and shout out to Sam for getting out there and competing. You know, Sam came up short last night, but like we got nothing to offer him.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
no-
didn't get to see the match. You
Like
know what I'm saying?
constructive
Like,
criticism.
Yeah,
like,
I
This is
can't.
what you could have done better.
There's nothing I could be like, well, all right, this was, work
Right,
on this,
you
check
did
that
this
out.
good, but-
yeah, we got nothing for him,
Yeah.
and that's what sucks.
That's why you got to hire Final Cut, baby. Like I got
Fuck
plenty
yeah.
of
Final
footage
Cut,
to go
baby.
over.
Speaking of,
Yeah, get it.
hey, what's up, baby? We were in the same shirt today too.
Yep, Zen. Mommy's in.
Fucking yeah, you guys had a little
Commercial up
there. Our boy Spaggy G.
Yeah.
made his.
And
And
Brandon over
Remy
here.
was the fucking male model.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sex symbol.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's where you fucked up, but otherwise it was
Oh,
good.
damn.
Dude,
Damn, dude.
I had all the panties wet last night.
They did.
Yeah, I slid right off my chair.
Mine were.
I slid right off my chair, bro. I had to go home and change.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you though. Like, I'm a big supporter of Long Island Jiu-Jitsu Network, and it was pretty dope. Watching the fights, and then our commercial comes up
Yeah.
and shit.
It's fucking awesome.
It was really dope. It was a cool feeling, and then watching some of the other ads. And like seeing ours in the mix, it's like we're on the right path here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not too far off from what we're doing, how we're breaking things down. Our vision, how we go about shooting. So it was definitely dope to see that, man. I felt good.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fucking dope.
No, it was awesome. And like I told you last night, like my uncle texted me. He's like, "Yo, you're on a commercial."
Yeah, dude.
My dog, I made it.
Yeah, that's like the best part. It's like, yeah, man, like that was our creation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which was super dope. And like I said, we don't really get too many people that do the same thing that we do in our circle.
Right.
We
Nah.
got a lot of jiu-jitsu heads, and everybody does a little something outside jiu-jitsu, but not many people are into photography and videography.
Yeah.
So like we got a couple people out there, like your brother Connor, Tommy D from Freedom,
Luisi.
Luisi, but like he's just starting off Luisi. So like to pick his brain, it's not like a full glass yet, but like
Yeah.
Connor and Tommy D, it's like you sit down with these guys and you start like
They're
shooting
like
the shit.
professionals.
Yeah, and you get to like pick their brain
Right.
and they pick your brain.
It's
and
like going to talk to another black belt. It's like you're not going to
Correct.
go talk to a white belt. You're going to talk to the black belt.
Yeah.
What?
So it's dope.
Some white belts we want to talk to.
Yeah, I'm saying, dude. Jeez, sitting right here.
Shit. But no, it was a really dope feeling, man.
Yeah.
I was like super stoked. You
Yeah,
know?
it was awesome. If you guys need any commercials for upcoming fights,
Yeah.
for whatever,
Any short films, any quick edits for social media, man, Final Cut will fucking take care of you.
That came out so cool, Randy. I know Randy was definitely stoked on it, and it came out, super professional. Like it looked like the real deal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Definitely
watching it
looked
with
like one of the better
so there was another commercial with I forgot what the company was, but they were doing cupping, they were doing massage work and stuff like that, and acupuncture, and like, I mean, like our commercial, dude, like it really was like, I almost felt like better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it
Like
was.
some of like the angles, the transitions, like
The video looked way crisper too. Like it looked like it was like higher quality, maybe like 4K or something. Theirs was a little grainy in comparison.
and just
Right.
very basic. You know,
I feel like a lot of people like that, like business owners like that, they just throw shit together quick from their phone.
yeah,
Splice it all together, put a couple words over it, and then there you go.
Yep.
They have it rolling, like on they have like their TV, like rolling through the day. And it's just something, I feel like it's kind of like, it's good and it's bad. Like, it's good just to get the shit out there. Like, it's better than not having it, but it's like, then when you put it in a commercial with other commercials, it's like, then you really realize, like, oh shit.
yeah, we're competing with some of the best,
Right.
Yeah, like they had the commercial for Hold Fast, they had a commercial for the Penguin Fingers, Fat Tire, you know what I'm saying?
PJJ Link.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, oh shit, ours is like out of the norm here. Like I felt like we fit right in.
Remy's gonna get the penguin fingers. For his thumbs.
Look at this finger.
You fucked that. It's not
dude.
even your thumbs anymore. It's your finger.
Yeah, he fucked up his little knuckle.
Fuck.
Look at that.
Well, see, that's what happens though when you roll in the gi, dude. It's inevitable. Like
Yeah.
my knucks are all fucking. They get in there. Danny's, you see Danny's?
Oh yeah,
dude?
Danny's got some.
Danny got like fucking 8 balls where every joint is.
Yeah.
It's just like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
So
For real. That's how this one is right now. It's feeling.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
It looks
How do mine look?
Yeah, yours are there too.
Are they?
Yeah.
But you also work with your hands
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm working with my hands. I've
Yeah.
only been doing jiu-jitsu for a year.
Yeah, but you'll get there though. You'll get there.
I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to fucking arthritis. I already have carpal tunnel in both my arms, bro. I gotta start wearing those night braces again.
I wear them all the time, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
It makes such a difference.
It does.
Because you don't wake up in the middle of the night like with your like arms in agony.
No, it's the worst thing.
Dave's fucking letting it rip back
Dude,
there, huh?
dropping the kids off, baby. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Connor, man. Connor looked good last night.
Yeah, he looked crisp.
Yeah.
He looked so calm, like with his passing, like waiting to engage. He wasn't just diving in, like in a rush. He was being very patient.
Yeah, he
Particular.
was passing like the passing game should be played.
Yeah,
You know, he was going in, making his grips, sliding in. If it wasn't
backing
there,
in, backing out. Yeah,
Yep.
constantly changing angles.
Yeah, because most people, I feel like they don't look at the passing game like any other part of jiu-jitsu. It's like, I got to get past the legs as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And it becomes a scramble or it becomes sloppy or
Right.
you got that pancake pass.
Well, chaining is just like so important. That's something I've really been trying to work on because now that I've been doing it for like a year, like they say all the time, like it's rare that your first passing attempt is going to be
Correct.
So like if you want a knee cut, like you set it up moving side to side, like leg dragging, like coming into headquarters, in and out, like dipping in and out, and then you go.
Yeah.
Like if you have in your head like, all right, I want a knee cut to his fucking left side, like it's probably not gonna fucking work.
Right.
It's it's the first one. It's usually the second, the third, the fourth. Like when
Yep.
you catch the guy on like an overcorrection or something. So Connor's great at that.
And also chaining your moves allows the guy to constantly change his defense. If you're just stubborn as fuck and you're trying to knee cut, I'm going to get it this time, knee cut, the guy's going to know what's coming and he's just going to build a better defense to that, pass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you chain them together, it's like, oh shit, he was going for leg drag, defended that. Oh, he's going for back step, defended that. Oh, now a knee cut. You might just get that one step ahead of him because you're changing it up.
Right.
That's the other plus to doing that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of looked good, man. Shout out to Randy. Last
Fucking
night.
Randy,
Randy
dude.
put on a clinic.
Bro,
Fucking assassin,
the
bro.
fucking new world record for points in a
Yeah,
fucking
what was it, like,
30-0?
26 nothing.
26-0.
Oh, he almost had 30. He almost had the back at the end.
Yeah, we're like, just put the hook in and get 30.
Oh my god, that other man, I feel bad for his component. Like 30, you get 30 points. I would have just tapped.
Yeah, Dave was
Like,
like, I'd rather get subbed in 5 seconds than fucking get 26.
Bro,
get
if I'm-
scored 26 nothing.
If you lose 26-0,
I'm
you
tapping.
just got dominated from start to finish. You mounted zero offense. You're basically just an ookie out there. I'd rather get subbed.
Yo, relax, dude. This could happen to me June 5th. Don't be talking
I'm just
like
saying,
that.
dude. Like,
Dude, it ain't
I
gonna
think
happen.
I would rather get subbed because, like, you get subbed quick. It's like, It's like in the
He
UFC,
caught
it's
me.
like,
He
I
caught
just
me.
got caught. I got
Yeah.
caught. Like, dude, 26-0. You got dominated start to finish.
Yeah, he had his way with you.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
hard
he
pill
caught
to
me 10
swallow.
times. It was weird.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I also was really surprised too. Like, I don't know, like, are they just handing out points, dude? Because there was a point where I was just like, what
I know,
the-
where the fuck-
His score jumped from like 3-0 to 11-0
I
real
know,
quick, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, dude.
I saw there was like back to mount, but I was like,
Hey, yo.
"That's like 8 points." Like I don't know, it happened like quick.
Yeah, man. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
I know,
Like,
it was
that's
crazy.
insane, dude.
But good for him. Good
Yeah.
for him going out there competing. Like, I know he hasn't competed in a while. Besides Pride. I know he just competed at Pride. But, like, prior to that, he hasn't competed in, a couple of years.
Yep.
So, good for him for getting out there, fucking doing the work.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely like. I felt it in his training in the last like 2 months, I guess, because he knew Pride was
Yeah,
coming
he's
up and he was
been-
going to do this. He like really turned it up. Like he's been going way harder.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he looked good, man. He looked really good out there. It was weird what that one brown belt was doing, though.
Do you
Fucking
think
that arm
I
lock.
was just going to ask, do you think, like,
Kept going to that.
I know. It's like, dude, you're a brown belt. You got
is that
nothing
the
else.
only thing he knew? Like,
I don't know. It was very weird, though, how, like, I don't know if maybe he
Like, he was
went
good-
for it and it was in pretty deep and he's like, oh, I can get it with it. I can get this on Randy.
It looked like his arm
in
was
the
fucking
beginning,
bending.
it
Yeah.
looked like he was going to get
It
it.
could-
It
I was
could
like,
have been
oh,
a number
shit.
of things. Like, I wonder how much he thought, like, okay, maybe he was like, oh, fuck, I'm down 13-0 already. Like, I got to try to Hail Mary this.
Hail
And he just
Mary,
kept going. He
full
got
grace.
stuck on it, thinking, like, all right, maybe I'll just catch him. Maybe I'll just catch him.
Yeah.
Or he, like, froze up out there and, like, just was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just
Yeah.
going for this thing. Because, like,
that happens.
yeah, like, and sometimes you get stuck. Like, even we've seen it before. We've watched fights where these guys, I'm talking like MMA fights, but it's the same kind of mental thing where these guys will chase takedowns that they're not getting over and over throughout the course of the fight. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
But you get stuck in this like loop where it's like, no, I'm getting this, and I think that's what happened to him.
Honestly, credit to him for not just like giving up. Like 8 minutes he got mauled for, and like he didn't tap or just like let him fucking sub him just to like save himself like the embarrassment. He just like hung in there.
Yeah, I would have been
Yeah.
subbed.
Well, I mean,
I would've been
if you
upset.
get up to 13 at that point, like you get 13-0 and then subbed, it's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, getting the points racked up 13-0. Even, I don't know. I don't know if there's a number where it's like, oh, no, it's not bad. I mean, maybe 3. You know what I
Isn't
mean?
there-
But like after that, it starts to be like, dude, are you even out there right now? Like,
Yeah.
Like this guy.
I don't know because they can
Yeah,
get a pass and then move to mount, and then that puts them up like 3-5, like 9-0.
Well, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though.
but
So
did you try to?
I'm saying
defend?
guard pass them out. That's not that crazy. Like that's not that uncommon for that to occur in a roll.
You know, it's a weird thing that I just thought of. Like, if that was sub only, would we even be paying attention?
No.
Yeah, 100%.
We would have said that match sucked.
Yeah, we would have been watching for the rule set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting now that I think about that. Like, it's like you don't see that scoreboard up. You're like, oh, maybe it wasn't that bad. He had heart. He kept fighting. But
Yeah.
like,
No, if it went to if it's like who's number one, it went to rest decision. Like Randy clearly was like controlling the
Yeah.
match.
yeah,
so-
that's yeah, you're right. He did dominate the whole time.
And also too, Jill fought a Sogi last year, and her opponent she mauled the fuck out of. She clearly beat her in points, and then they went to OT and she lost. And I remember saying like, this Sogi shit sucks, man, because Jill clearly won and
lost in OT because of the
Lost in
rule
OT.
set.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
So
not
I think
Sogi. It's that EBI rule set.
yes, it's the EBI
Do
rule
you
set.
think the person Jill went up against, she kind of like
Played.
she was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get mauled now, and I know I'm gonna win in overtime.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
people do that.
some
They
people
stall.
like
They
that.
stall
Yeah,
like
they just
crazy
stall the
to
shit
get
out
that
of it.
advantage.
Yeah, I don't know if that was particularly the situation with Jill, but I do remember watching and being like, yo, she's fucking mauling this
Yo, I'm
chick.
surprised they don't have like a mercy rule.
Yeah, you said that last night. You're like, "There's no mercy." When it was like 15-0, he's like, "There's no mercy."
You know,
rule.
like wrestling has a tech.
throwing the towel, just throwing the towel.
15 nothing. It's like, all right, we're gonna save your embarrassment.
Yeah.
You know, like they should have did that last night.
I guess the reason why that doesn't exist in
you could
jiu-jitsu is
always
because a
submit.
submission could come
Yeah.
out of nowhere. There's always a path to victory.
But so can a pin.
Yeah, but pins are. I feel like submissions present themselves from so many different areas. A pin can only happen one way.
True, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Can you imagine meeting that guy Randy went against? It's like, yo, how'd you do last night? I lost by points.
Oh yeah, how was it close?
By a lot of points. Listen, I want to make it clear too. Like, I respect everybody that goes out there and competes. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
Yeah, of
come
course.
down
We're
on this
just
guy.
having fun.
I respect this guy for going out there, and especially like that guy. Both
They're
those guys
older.
are in their 40s, man.
Yeah.
much respect, you know. And the thing that sticks out to me the most about that is like those were brown belts. It's very rare that you see that much of a discrepancy at that skill level. I feel like usually it's like
They're pretty even.
yeah, like the larger discrepancies in belts are usually like white belts and blue belts, where it's like you could have 2 blue belts that are miles apart in terms of skill.
Yeah, like a brand new blue belt or someone who's been a blue belt for a couple
Like me and
years.
Terrence.
Yeah, I'm not a blue belt, you dumb shit.
Well, he said skills are miles apart.
Yeah, I'm miles ahead of
Dumb
you.
shit.
He said skills are miles apart.
I love that, you dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm miles ahead of you, my guy.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god, you fucking
Guy gets
dork.
one medal and he thinks he's fucking.
Oh my god.
He's got shades on inside.
Oh yeah.
P. Diddy, baby.
We called it that silver medal swagger.
Yeah.
Terry Diddy over here, dude.
This guy.
T.
He
Diddy.
gets second place in one tournament. He comes in fucking sunglasses, bossing people around.
Well, this is the second podcast after the
He
medal,
does have a
so.
fire hat though.
Yeah, let's
I'll give
go.
him that.
So does Remy.
mine.
Dope.
That was all Taylor. She's like looking. She's like, "Oh, Remy liked
Let
your
me
hat."
see.
She's like, "Which?" She's like, "Well, which one do you think he'll like?" And she was like, "Look, that wasn't even the one she showed me." She was like,
Where are
"An
those
order." It's called like Duck Company.
Duck something.
So if you were gonna get me a hat like that, what animal would I get?
Oh, I gotta look. There's some really
Starfish.
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 cool. I love these hats. I don't even hunt. It makes way more
like,
sense. For, it's
you
like a
that
hunting brand.
butthole, dude.
That's Luigi.
You like that
That's a
starfish?
chocolate starfish.
Yeah, that's for Luigi, not me.
Chocolate starfish.
I don't even know what the implication of that is. Starfish. Like, what is
What?
that? What are you trying to say about
You don't know
me?
what a starfish
You
is?
just fucking lay there.
I'd get you a beaver.
That'd be fun.
I'm down with
I would love
beavers.
a beaver hat.
A beaver.
You don't know what a
Good one.
starfish is?
No,
I
he
know what
knows.
it
He
is,
doesn't
but, like, I
understand
don't
where the
know-
connection comes from.
Yeah,
Like,
like, just lay there.
Because when you, so I got this from wrestling. Yo, when you look at someone's asshole, it looks like a starfish's mouth.
so you
Yeah,
say, look
we
at
know
D-Rock's
that, but
asshole.
why?
Oh, so you're just calling me an asshole?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
I could live with that.
damn.
I think they say. I think
I think
Danny
a
said
beaver's
that.
still better for you.
I think Danny said that about like when you're like drilling and you're like the person's drilling on you. He's like, don't be like a starfish, or does he say jellyfish? He's like, don't just fucking lay there. Like, give him some kind of reaction. You
Yeah.
can't just like
Fish.
sit there like a limp noodle, dead fish.
A limp noodle.
It's a
dude.
wrestling thing. It's like you don't want to be a fish.
Yeah, yeah. You want to give him some resistance and shit.
Dude, that drives me nuts, especially like when I'll set up drills for like kickboxing, and I'll like go out of my way to explain like, okay, if you're the partner who's getting drilled on, give them real responses, give them real looks. Everybody understand? Any
Yes.
questions?
No.
Nope.
Hands
2
down, man
seconds
down
later,
everywhere. Hands
what are we
down, man
doing?
down.
What do I do? I'm like, you motherfucker.
That's like Eddie. Whenever like him and my brother coach, like my brother will be like, "All right, guys, we're gonna do like say a Doris, whatever," and then at the end, Eddie's like, "And if you're on bottom,"
He always has to like clarify. He's like,
That's the mark of a good instructor, though.
I know, but it's just so funny because every time he's like, basically like, "Don't be a fucking idiot."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put that disclaimer out there for people. You
I
gotta
show,
put,
I
You
show.
know, you got to put caution.
I know.
Contents in
Show,
cup
show.
hot.
Yeah, but it's so funny just looking at his face because it's like of like disgust of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's,
I show.
I show. Dude, Dave, that's what he does. Like, if I'll ask him a question, we're drilling, walking around, I'm like, I need like clarification on like one step or two, and then he'll be like,
Oh.
I show.
You gotta love Eddie, man. He's got layers to that onion. Like if you first meet Eddie, he's like, you're gonna think he's like this shy, like almost timid guy, and then you get to know him. You're like, this guy's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
He's hilarious.
He's low key hilarious.
Dude, they were so hyped after Connor's win last night. Like,
Eddie gave me your sauce
yeah.
last night.
Yeah, he
Did he really?
Yeah.
he
Oh, I'm pissed I missed that.
yeah, he FaceTimed me like probably like 40 minutes after like Randy went.
Drinking straight out of the bottle.
And he's drinking like Jack Apple like right out of the bottle, and his eyes are like all squinty. And then like he fucking shows Connor, and Connor's like, "Yo!" And then Eddie needed me to close out his tab. He ended up stopping by though.
yeah, so
he's
funny.
gonna be fucking hurting at open mat today.
He's probably not gonna make it.
last
He's
night.
doing it.
Oh, so he has to be.
We're gonna get a text, guys. Sorry, open mat's been canceled.
Yep.
And for all the single ladies out there, he's got a huge cock.
There you go.
Yeah, the kid's packing apparently.
Got a wrench.
Yeah.
Absolute
wrench. That'll never not be funny to me.
Yo, he walked in last night, eyes like half closed, with a big smile on his face.
Smirking from like
He
ear to
gets dropped off by an Uber, comes in, he's just like,
and he's like, it's time for me to start asking for a raise with all my like recent coaching accolades.
yeah. Yeah, he's hilarious, man.
It was mad funny because last night Sean's looking, and I forget. I think it was my brother was going. And Eddie's in the back, and he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Eddie's there." He's like, "He's got a fucking tab open here."
That was right. That's so funny, dude. Yes, I was thinking like Sean, man. Like I missed the good old days, bro, where like you could just get into fist fights and like not have to worry about like shit going on, like being recorded or evidence of it. Like there's this guy, man, he's just being a fucking dickhead, and it's like there's like a green light on him, and it's like you can't really even just go up and handle business like you used to be able to, you know, because you got cameras everywhere. Everyone like runs and like tries to, they run or they try to get you jammed up, you know what I'm saying, by antagonizing you, and then all of a sudden it's like the story changes.
Yeah, they're aggressive to get you to react first so they can play victim.
Yeah, and it's like so annoying.
Classic
man.
fucking scumbag move.
Yeah,
Hit me first, bro.
Right. I remember like I feel like when I was younger, man, it was like, you know, you would fight, and it was a mutual agreement. Like when this is over, it's like
Yeah, and then you had
That's it.
Yeah.
They need to bring back mutual combat law.
yeah.
They need that. They
Trial
did
by
it.
combat?
Don't they have that in like
In Seattle.
somewhere, right?
Seattle,
In
they do?
Seattle, there's mutual combat.
Yeah, if you guys agree to fight, like they like literally like have somebody like sanction it. Where like, all right, you ready?
Oh,
You
it just no.
I was about to say. I was like, damn, I'm moving to Seattle, baby.
Yo,
No,
you were
but-
so believable. That was like that would you. I believe
Legally, all two people have to do is agree to fight
Yeah.
verbally. You could be
Right.
like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And you go out there, scrap, and if the cops come in, it's like, yo, they both agree to this, and the cops be like, all right, finish this shit
yeah.
up.
Have a nice day.
That's crazy. But that's how it should be, man. Like back in the day, that's like what it was.
It should
you know,
be,
you had
'cause-
problems with somebody. Didn't matter really what age you were. Because, I mean, I remember getting into fist fights when I was like 18, 19 years old. You know, and it's just like, all right, like we decided to do this. And it's like, I'm not calling the cops. You're not calling the cops. Like,
And I feel like it's better. Like you both have like respect for each
Yeah.
Yo,
other.
most people end up
afterwards, and,
becoming
you just
friends
bury-
after
yeah.
that. Like, you know, you kind of just, like you said, you respect each other for just getting after it. I had a bunch of friends that I met in like middle school and elementary school where we fought first and then we became friends.
yeah. But as you get older, though, like, I don't know if I made many friends after fighting.
You don't
them.
make friends whether you're fighting or not.
I
So
don't.
Yeah, you don't make.
I don't. But the line was drawn in the sand. It was like, all right, this is where you're at. This is where I'm at. You know. And sometimes there's one or two more. Like the kid couldn't take the L or whatever, and it's like he wanted another fucking round.
Yeah.
But
why is the line always drawn in the sand? What happens if like you're in grass?
What about dirt?
Well-
you can't draw a line in grass.
You can
What
if
You
you
have to
spray
spray
paint
paint
it.
it.
yeah, you could. Yeah. Draw a line.
Or you
Right.
could,
I'm
you
gonna
could
have to
rip the dirt up.
Yeah,
I'll look
use your
and see
heel.
where the
Yeah,
origination
look
of
that
is
up.
from.
Look that up, dude.
Yo, but
I guess sand, it's easy to draw a line.
yeah, it's just
Oh, dirt's pretty easy to draw a line. What about snow? Snow, you could draw a line.
Yeah, but in dirt could be hard, bro.
Yeah, but I
Could
mean,
be
not
like
all
that
dirt.
clay, bro.
Dude, some saying could be hard.
it's true. Look at Florida.
Why, it's hard sand?
Yeah, you could drive 2-wheel drive cars on the beach.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can still scrape the sand up. It's not like
the top
concrete.
layer.
Yeah, you could still scrape the top layer of dirt up too.
Depends on the dirt, dude.
Depends on the
some-
sand.
I was trying to think of something real fast to say.
Yo, but even my parents, like their friend, he was a cop. I think it was in the city or whatever. But he had like I don't know the whole story. Like I was younger, but I remember like he had like a problem with like another officer, and they fucking boxed each other. Like they were like, all right, cool, you don't like him, you know, like you guys got problems. Like all right, they paid for a membership to a boxing gym
To beat the shit out of each other.
to beat the shit out of each other for
That's
6 months.
awesome.
See, that's how it
So
used
like,
to.
so if you two had a problem, like the police station would sponsor you to go to say No Limits and
Yeah.
you to go to Lima, right? And then in 6 months,
You come back and fucking.
Is
they
that where the
fought at-
boxing leagues like came from in
I
there?
bet you. I
they
bet
fought
you.
at MSG.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in an empty arena with just their like cop buddies.
That's
there.
amazing.
That's awesome,
Dude,
fucking
that's like
sick.
Daisy Fresh, that one episode where they just thought those two guys had a problem, and after class they just put on gloves and beat the shit out of each other.
Yo, that's how the gas culture used to be back in the day, bro. Where like they were drinking on the job and shit. If like two guys on the crew had beef, man, they literally walked down the block. I've heard like countless stories of guys on the job in the middle of the day, fucking pissed at each other, and the foreman would like, fucking take a walk. Take a fucking walk. And these two mechanics would walk down the block,
Beat the fuck out of
beat
each
the
other.
shit out of each other, come back, get some brag rags, wipe their faces off, and then continue to work.
Yeah, that's how it used
They're
to be
lucky-
in
That's the
fucking
way it should be.
construction.
They're
too.
lucky you didn't
now
work
you
like
say,
that back then.
Now you say one thing to somebody to fucking hurt his feelings. He's crying and calling the fucking business agent.
Yeah, calling HR or whatever. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I had some kid call the business agent because I was mean to him.
What's the business agent?
He's like the
like the
The
HR.
guy who like sends you out. He's basically
Yeah.
like the
Oh.
In charge of the job,
Yeah, like
basically.
well, we work for like
Places you.
individual contractors. So like when you go to the hall, the business agent is the guy who sends you out with like Nick's company or your company or my
Gotcha.
company, and then our actual boss is like, you know, the subcontractor. They like basically just dispatch.
Yeah, it's true though, because like I heard a story. Like we have different yards and stuff, and this is like closer to Nassau. So, you know, some of these guys in like the gas culture, like mad old school. So, this kid comes in. He's a laborer. You got like, you know, your foreman, your lead, you know, 2 mechanics on the job, and the laborer comes in, goes up to the lead, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? You know, my name's Daniel." And the guy's like, "I don't give a fuck what your name is." He's like, "Your name is Dig, and dig some more." And the fucking kid went back and told his mother, who works, you know, at the company, and the shit got escalated to HR
What?
for being mean to the kid.
I feel like that's hilarious to say.
That's
that.
hilarious.
That is
Yeah.
so funny.
No, your name ain't Daniel. It's Dig.
Yo, and
Yeah.
honestly,
Dig and dig some more.
there's nothing wrong with that shit, dude. Because I went through that when I first started.
You
I was
have to
18
go
years
through
old.
it.
I worked at PSC, dude. It's a fucking battery company. It was hard labor, and those guys broke my fucking balls and were like, "You're not working fast enough. You move when we say move." And like a lot of the job was driving. I remember driving to Rahway, New Jersey, and they're like, "You're driving, new guy, and don't make us be late." And I'm like, "I don't know how to get there. Fucking figure it out." You know what I'm saying? Like, and at first
Yeah,
I'm like,
swimmer sink, mother.
That's how.
At first, I'm
that's
like,
how
yo,
you
fuck these
became
guys,
a
but-
good mechanic or something or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
it
that's how you
teaches
became
you.
good at your job. Now these kids want like fucking trophies for everything. It's like, dude, that's not how you fucking.
yeah, when it
that's not
first
how
happened,
works.
I was bothered by it. I'm like, yo, fuck these guys. They're being dickheads for no reason. This
Yeah,
and
it
that. You hate
sucks,
it. But
but-
like eventually, what happens is you sink or swim. And if you swim, all of a sudden, now these guys have respect for you.
yeah.
And it's like, all right, yeah, I made it. It's like a rite of passage kind of thing.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing too. Like if they're fucking with you, they like you. If they're not saying shit to you, it means like they
Well,
fucking
not
don't
all
fuck
the
with
time.
you.
I
Yes, I
had
was
a
gonna
kid
say-
rolling pipe on the ground to make it bigger. I didn't really like that kid.
You had what?
So I had this kid kept fucking up all these cuts. So I told him if you roll the pipe on the ground
It'll
really
make it
fast,
longer?
it'll make it longer. He did it for about a week.
No way.
He's taking pipe and rolling it as fast as he can on the ground for about a week, thinking that it's going to heat up and expand and get longer.
Yeah, guys do
Oh
that
my
shit. Like
God.
they'll
Like
send the
it's
apprentice.
dough and you're rolling it.
Yes.
And it spreads
Oh my
out.
They'll
Yes.
send the apprentice for something. They'll be like, "Oh, it's windy out today. Like, can you go in the shanty and get my magnetic boots?" And then there's another thing. They'll be like
Skyhook or something.
Skyhook,
Yeah.
a beam stretcher.
That's so
Fuck's
funny.
this,
They'll do-
what's a skyhook supposed to be?
It's like supposed to be something that like
Some
picks,
you hook in the sky and it picks
so
stuff
it picks
up.
shit up. Yeah, like a
or a
crane.
bucket of steam.
Yeah, bucket of steam. They'll be like, "Oh, can you get bubbles for the level?" Like, ask Generoso where the bubbles for the level.
Bubbles for the level,
So
dude. That's a good one.
That is fucking funny.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't like a new guy, he's usually they don't call him by his name. They call him the kid.
Oh, that
Yeah.
we don't say that because we don't like them.
Go tell the kid to do something.
Yeah, but
That
it
was my
doesn't-
nickname at the town.
Really?
Because I started when
They
I was
don't like you
16.
then.
Yo, but it doesn't matter how old they are. Like, if we have an apprentice, the guy will be older than me. He'll be like in his 40s, and I'll be like, "Yo, where's the kid? What's the kid getting for coffee?"
Yeah, it's fucked, dude. I have a guy who's older than me. And I'm like, "Yo, where's the kid at?" And I'm like, "Fuck, this guy's like 2 years older than me. Why do I keep calling him kid?"
That's just because they're new.
Because he's a new guy, right?
They called me Young Buck.
Young buck.
Yeah, Tony Pruden. This guy Tony Pruden. He called me Young Buck and Shuffles.
Shuffles.
Yeah, he used to call me
Where did
Shuffles.
Shuffles
Dragging your feet?
Yeah, I was dragging my feet in the morning. Yeah,
I think Sean calls Dylan that. Dylan from Toe Shuffles.
dude, I hated Tony Pruden in the beginning, but not that guy. I love that guy, man. He was harsh, but that motherfucker, man, he taught me a lot of life lessons. And like, I don't even want to give that job credit, but I learned so much from that job, dude. It's good to have a ball breaking rough job sometimes. I learned so much from that place. I learned what hard work really is. I learned how to drive everywhere. I learned what it was like to work on a crew, to have to
what
like
you don't want to do ever again.
yeah, and also that was exactly, dude. There was motivation for me to be like, yeah, I can't do this when I'm 40. You know,
Working on a crew is like something that like most people don't understand is like a task in itself, right?
Oh
yeah,
my
learning how to
God.
work in a crew. You have to learn social
Dealing with
dynamics.
fucking assholes.
You have to learn how to like rise your level up to the expectation
Yep.
of like that
You
crew.
have
Like
to learn how to be fake.
no,
No, not really. Because
No.
if you're all good and you're all like,
No, you be who you are.
yeah.
But like it's exactly what D-Rock said. Like you work with like like a group dynamic is something, pecking order to understand pecking order.
Yeah.
Like what they were just saying, they had a new guy who was 2 years old than Luigi, a couple years old than Terrence, and it's like that motherfucker might never worked in a crew, but he has to understand like just because they're younger than you doesn't mean that you don't listen to them.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's something else that you got to take.
yeah,
You gotta
because that guy has status on that crew that you don't have yet.
correct.
Yeah.
No, because
Yeah.
when I worked for the town, like I said, I started when I was like I think 15 or 16, and like I couldn't drive yet, and so I would like kind of hop around with like person to person. Like, so if say you called in sick, like, all right, I'm not going with you today, I'll be with Dave.
Yeah.
So I would just like kind of hop around with person to person.
Who the fuck is Dave?
And and that's like, I learned how many people were fake, because they'd be like, oh, good morning, blah, blah. You would leave and they'd be like, fuck, I can't stand that fucking asshole. And it's like every single person does that, but then it's like when they're together, they're best friends. It's like, what the fuck?
Well,
This is so weird.
Yeah, but if you get the right people around you, you don't get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think too, like, that's not something that you learn to do.
That's why I didn't fit in.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that you learn to do, like, in a crew, because I'm not fake. I let everybody know, like, they ain't my friends.
That's just...
Yo, you want to go out for drinks after work?
Well,
nah.
that's
Well, also that's part of crew dynamics too, right? Like you might have somebody that you don't like,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
we're still
you-
gonna figure out how to work together, but I don't like your
you
ass.
gotta work with them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
I might not like you, but at least this motherfucker works.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
have someone like that I work with now. Like we know we don't like each other, but if we got to work together, we get the shit done and we go our separate ways.
And sometimes you
we
do
don't
it,
have to talk. We
You
don't
do it
have to
faster, more efficiently because you don't want to be around each other.
Yeah,
That's
you know what
true,
I'm saying?
too.
It's like,
That's
yo, let's
true.
just get this done because I don't want to spend any more time with
Yeah.
you than is necessary.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, what do we got to do? We got to run this line. Okay, let's get it done and get the fuck out of here. 'Cause
Yeah.
neither one of us want to talk. Neither one of us want to be here. So let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing, man. You learn a lot from that shit, and you learn how, especially me when I was fucking 18 years old, I didn't know anything, and I didn't know like a real work ethic. I learned work ethic, and it's me and my buddy Dave worked for this company. It was his dad's company,
who the fuck is Dave?
not me.
No,
different
this is
guy.
a real Dave.
We dude, we worked for this company for years, and it's like it was hard work, dude, and they expected us to be like fucking on it, and me and him both got a gig working for the grip union. So grips are people that are basically essentially laborers on a movie set, like you build and take shit down and carry
That's
stuff.
cool.
And so we got on,
My friend does
and
that.
it's a great gig. You make a
It's
lot
a
of
union,
money,
right?
Yeah,
Doesn't he
union.
still
Yeah.
do that, or is
Dude,
that Will?
our first day on the job, we're like, all right, this is our chance. So we're hustling. We're fucking getting after it. And the fucking union head
Like,
came
slow down, asshole.
He walked up to us. He's like, are you guys sweating? And we're like, yeah. He's like, wow, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, I've never seen anybody sweat on this job. He's like, why don't you guys take it easy? And then two of the other guys that we were working with literally came up to us like, yo, slow the fuck down. You guys are making us look like assholes. Like, cut it out. And we were like, what the fuck is going on here? I thought, like, this is what we know. This is our work ethic. It was going to help us. Nope. We never got asked back again because we worked too hard and too fast for the union.
Yeah.
They didn't want us around because they're like, yo, you're
They're trying
making
to
us
make the
look
job
bad.
last.
I have a buddy who owned a landscaping business, and he got into LIRR. And he like started off at the bottom, right, like cleaning the train cars and shit. And I think like in the 8-hour shift or whatever, they did like one train car. And here he is like banging out the first one in like 4 hours. And like one of the guys had to come over and be like, yo, listen, this is not the culture here. Like, take your fucking time, go take a break for a little while, take a nap, and come back and just do this one train car. We don't bang out 2 a night, dude.
Yeah,
This is
that's
not
what
how
happened
it
with my
is.
uncle.
Yeah, because that's a standard that you set now that they expect over and
Right.
over again,
Yeah.
so they don't. Yeah,
Yeah, just like if you go to a new job and you're like, you know what, I want to make a good impression, I'm going to work through lunch. Now your boss is going to expect you to work through lunch when it is busy.
And working in the rain when
Right.
you're not supposed to work in the
Yeah,
rain.
it's
Like we
another
talked
thing,
about
too.
that when that guy came. You're like, no, this is like we don't work in the rain.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of learning how to work in a group dynamic by like, all right, these guys are all stopping for lunch or they're not working through the rain. Like, all right, I got to kind of follow their lead.
Yeah.
So I don't make them look like an asshole, and
Right.
I don't like the boss isn't like, oh, well, you did that, so now you're gonna do it every day.
Yeah, everybody else works differently. You gotta have to adapt to how
Yeah.
these groups are working. Yeah, like I mean, even like my crew, like when I get switched around, man, it's the same thing. Like some guys do things a lot different. Some guys do similar things to like my crew, and it's like you really just have to go on it and be like, okay, quickly read the vibe of what's going on and just kind of adapt, But work in the rain is something that we definitely don't do. And when we did that one day and the supervisor came out, I was like, yo, we're fucking up big time.
it's no different than like when you meet a group of people like us, for instance. We're a group of guys that are like pretty tight, and we have like our dynamic, and we shit on each other, we talk shit to each other. But like if you come in and you're brand new, like you don't get to talk like that to people you don't know yet.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
You gotta
very
earn
similar.
your stripes, though.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It reminds me of Cripple Steve. I forget who it was, but we were like, this is when I'm back at Freedom, and someone came in and like they introduced the new person to Cripple Steve, and they're like, oh, this is Cripple Steve, and he's like, only if you tap me.
That's so funny.
that's a good measurement. You know what I mean?
He's like, you can't call me that unless he's like, you tap me.
That's
He's
so
like,
funny.
I have to know you're worth it.
Yeah. Dude, my buddy Tony, I'll never forget this. Years ago, very similar thing. We had a kid. I won't name him, but he was childhood friends with another buddy in our group, and they like reconnected. And now we had all been friends, like tight friends, for like over a decade. And this kid showed up, and we used to get on Tony, dude. We used to hit him hard, but he always, he knew we loved him, and it was jokes, And this kid showed up. He'd only been around for a couple months, and we were all shitting on Tony one time. And this kid piped up and said something. Tony turned around. He's like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "I don't know, you motherfucker." He's like, "We ain't friends. You don't get to talk to me like that." He's like, "Those guys, they can talk to me like that." He's like, You're a fucking stranger. Like, you talk to me like that, I gotta slap the shit out of you.
Tony
Orsano,
Oh,
yeah.
no way.
Yeah, dude, we were in
fucking crazy, right?
Dude, we were in the car. Yeah, no, dude, Tony got
so
a streak in him.
off-brand.
No,
Wow.
Tony's got a streak
I
in
don't
him,
know
man.
if I've ever
And
seen that.
we were all just like, oh shit. And he was like, bro, what the fuck? You guys all talk like that? And he's like, yeah, I've known all these guys forever. He's like, I've known you for like 2 months, bro. He's like, you don't get to talk to me like that. We don't know each other like that.
Yeah,
he's
stay in your lane.
He's
Yeah.
a strong motherfucker too. I remember when he first started
He
training,
is.
I mounted him. I didn't like anchor down or anything, and then he launched me, bro. He benched me off him. I thought I was gonna hit the fucking ceiling. I was like, damn, I had no idea you were this fucking strong.
Where'd this come from, dude?
Yeah.
You got that flowy hair. I didn't know you have that power behind it.
Yeah, he looks like a yoga guru, not somebody that can bench press.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah, that's the same with like Jermaine too. Like we all shit on Jermaine, but like if you're outside the group, you try to shit at him. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like only I get to fucking try to
Yeah.
break this guy's heart.
Well,
It's like having a little brother. Like
I was just gonna say that.
you fuck with your little brother,
Yeah.
but it's like
I gotta-
I'm the only one who fucks with them.
Yeah, like my nephew and my son growing up, like I had them every weekend, and like they would go to the park and shit. Like we go down to South Shore Park, and like all these other spots, and like my son treated my nephew like his younger brother, so he would like beat the shit out of him all the time, like rough him up, like stupid shit, like Knobs. Remember Knobs growing up?
Yeah.
So like
When someone
Knobs,
farts.
yeah. So like my son would call Knobs. Liam would go running for the doorknob, and he would just get belted as hard as he could and start crying. It's like, yo, you want to play the game, right? Like you can't take a punch. Like this is all you would hear like every weekend, crying, arguing. And then one time we went to like air trampoline, and this kid was being a dick to my nephew, and Joel was so pissed, bro. He's like, let's go find this kid right now. And I'm like looking at him, I'm like, dude, you beat the shit out of this kid every fucking weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing now? And then Lisa's like, well, can't do it to Liam. He can only do it to Liam. It's like brother. It's like sibling shit. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
So funny.
So at an early age, that shit starts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's acceptable for me to do it to him, but you're doing it to him, dude, that's it.
Not gonna fly.
Yeah,
outta
but
here.
cut your fucking head off.
Yeah. Same thing like, dudes that cheat on girls and treat them like shit, and then a new guy comes around. It's like, hey, it's my job. Only I get to cheat on her.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring this up. I wanted to ask you guys, see what your opinion was.
Is this the one you were talking about last night?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So, Keenan Cornelius, he bounced from Atos, right?
Yes.
Opened up his own gym called Legion,
Yeah, 5
But-
miles away.
but he doesn't advertise it as BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He
Oh, it's like American Jiu-Jitsu, whatever.
American. So there's a lot of clout right now going on because he calls it American Jiu-Jitsu. So I want to know what you guys' input was on that.
Jake
shit.
Shields is the OG. Jake Shields and Mark Lehman are the OGs of American Jiu-Jitsu. Mark Lehman, when he opened up Cobra Kai in the early 2000s, was calling it American Jiu-Jitsu.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, really?
In
Do or
Vegas.
die?
Yeah. He's called it American
Apple pie?
Jiu-Jitsu for a long time. Jake Shields got the American Jiu-Jitsu tattoo. Tim Hennessy, dude, back in the day, went to Cobra Kai, and Tim was an old school Kyoto guy, and Kyoto's very old school, traditional. Bow on the mats. You got to get the allowance from
To come on
your
the
instructor to come on the mat, especially if you're late. Like if he don't look at you and tell you to come on the mat, you ain't coming on. If you're not sitting like the proper way with your legs crossed, you're gonna get yelled at. And Tim went and he bowed, and Lehman was like, "Tim, what the fuck are you doing? We don't do that shit here. This is American Jiu-Jitsu. Get on the fucking mat."
So what do you guys think though? Because like the Brazilians think that like Keenan Cornelius is like taking away from the Brazilians. They feel like we brought this to America. This is our style.
Yeah, but not a lot of people know that it actually started in Japan.
I know. I know.
remember, Danny you asked Danny this question the
Yeah.
other night, and he gave this detailed thing, and I was like, write that down. Like, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a good one.
Yeah. I mean,
Dude,
okay, please.
when something has been around long enough. Like, all right, yeah, Japanese jiu-jitsu, it made its way to Brazil. The Brazilians modified it.
Same for Sambo.
Right.
Yeah, Brazilians
And
brought it
judo.
to American here.
And now it's
been
American
here for
jiu-jitsu.
fucking 25, 30 years.
At this point,
yeah,
it's all
there's-
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It is.
You know,
but I mean,
Like, what is
Keenan-
that? That's like the cultural appropriation shit. Like, what does that mean? Like, because I'm Italian, I can't make a taco? What if I make a taco really good?
Italians don't make tacos.
Yeah, the Italians can't make tacos for shit. dude.
Shit.
That is
Have you ever been to an
false.
Italian taco place?
Yeah,
Nah.
they're actually bomb.
They're
dude.
fire.
They're probably
Yeah.
so good. Italians
called
can cook,
taco.
man.
Hey.
Italians didn't invent spaghetti.
No,
It's Chinese.
No, they just
Yeah.
they
And
just
pizza's Greek.
Yeah, they just invented the mafia. But
The Greeks invented anal fucking.
they did.
The Italians introduced it to women.
Yes.
But the Greeks invented it. All right.
Yes.
Dave loves that. That's like a signature Dave line. Right there.
But Keenan Cornelius, though, I kind of agree with what his approach
I'm
was.
for it.
So he
For
was
what? Anal fucking guys? Or,
Yes.
Okay.
So Keenan said that it was introduced to America from the Brazilians, but you look at like Keenan's style, and he was influenced by a lot of Americans that are doing jiu-jitsu. And now, fast forward to present day, the podium is always filled with Americans. It's not Brazilians anymore like it was 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the sport itself has changed.
It's evolved.
Just like how the Brazilians took it from Japan and they made it their own. Now Keenan with the squid guard,
I was gonna say
worm guard,
his own guards. That
Yeah.
like
Yo,
attributed
but
to, like,
even
him.
look at the ADCC trials, right? The North American trials are the most packed ones, right? They have the most talent.
Yes.
It's not. It shows you what's happening. Most of the best new jiu-jitsu is happening in America, right?
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
come to New York, California, places like that if you want good jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You're not
So- and
going
that's-
like, look at fucking Gordon Ryan went down to Puerto Rico. He's the best guy in the world. He
He's
went down to
American.
Puerto Rico
Yeah.
and he's like, no, fuck this. I got to come back to America to train like I was.
Yeah.
Dude, that
yeah.
cop
know?
looks like Billy Rogers,
He did, right?
right? I'm like, did Billy
Like,
become a Suffolk
Yo,
cop
Billy.
overnight?
Yo, Billy. Yeah, so I'm kind of like on the same page with Keenan, though. I kind of think like, one, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing, how he's like supposedly quote unquote taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and renaming it. But I do believe that like, yeah, it's being heavily influenced by Americans now. And it's been long enough that, I mean, it was introduced, what, in like the 70s? It was a while ago that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was introduced to America.
I don't remember the
80s?
exact. Yeah, the
That's
early
if
80s.
it's 70s, fucking 50
Early
years,
80s.
40, 50 years ago.
But
it's a
dude,
long
think
time.
about
Yeah.
this. I mean, at this point too, it's like it's not even Brazilian jiu-jitsu anymore.
just
It's
jiu-jitsu.
grappling.
Yeah, it's all
just
grappling. Yep.
The MMA has changed everything. You know, there's no like just Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You have to be a good grappler now. Like ADCC is not a Brazilian jiu-jitsu contest. It's a grappling contest.
Yeah.
You have to have.
There's some wrestlers that go in and
Yeah, Nick Urad.
You have to know how to wrestle. You have to know how to defend submissions. You have to
Pat
have a
Downey.
guard. You have to have sweeps. Like, it's not enough anymore to just be a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
You have to be a black belt in grappling.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, I think he makes a good point. And like the Brazilians are all like, their heads are exploding
Getting
off their
butthurt,
bodies.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like,
We didn't steal acai, bro. It's fine.
nah.
Yeah.
No, we did
Yeah, he
not.
said no, but Danny said like in the comments, like they want to like he's like they would fucking kill him if they could. Like,
Yeah.
like they're so angry.
They're almost like
beyond
fans
about
to
it.
soccer games, dude. These guys are going bananas.
But like you said, it's crazy because they did that to Japan.
yeah, with no problem.
Right.
And the Russians did that with Japan too.
Right.
And judo, the same thing. Those three forms of martial arts came from Japan, and these guys took it and veered off with it.
Right, and it's
Yeah.
like you can say that about anything. Like before, you were saying like tacos or spaghetti. It's like so you're gonna say, oh, Brazilians they can't eat spaghetti now. It's like, come on,
Yeah, or make their own dish.
Right.
You know, with spaghetti in it.
yeah. It's like I don't know. I feel like
It's
people
just
are,
evolution.
People are too possessive over what they think is theirs. You know, it's like shit's not yours.
When you think about the origin story of how this all happened, it's kind of funny because it worked, but it backfired, right? Like Jorge and Gracie made up the UFC, and they wanted it to be like an infomercial for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu,
Right.
And it was,
And that's why Hoist Gracie was the one to go out there and fight.
yeah, not Hickson,
Correct.
yeah, and it was right. Everybody that's in combat sports is learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but
Yeah.
it got so popular and it evolved so much and it exploded so much that now these people have taken and innovated off of
Yeah.
it. So it's
Right.
not what it's not, dude. When you look at UFC
What is-
1 and 2 with Hoist Gracie, dude, that's like blue belt level shit now.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, and he was a black belt.
Yeah, yeah. So
What
I think that's where most of it's coming from. I think that's where most of the resistance is coming from, is that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now is super popular.
yeah.
That now everybody's looking to do it. Schools are popping up everywhere. The
It's a
lifestyle,
new CrossFit.
yeah, the lifestyle and shit.
Whoa,
Well, I mean,
whoa.
I mean, it's kind of been around a lot longer, and it's staying popular.
Well, I'm saying the new blow up like CrossFit was.
Yeah, but like I kind of feel like CrossFit just came out of nowhere, where like jiu-jitsu's been kind of growing over the last
slow, steady climb up the ladder.
Yeah. So it's.
I mean, even look at these traditions. Sorry, Nick, I cut you off.
That's right.
On Long Island, there's that like Valaris, like martial arts, these like Shaolin schools. What are they all teaching now?
Yeah, BJJ.
Right?
Jiu-jitsu.
They all have some type of jiu-jitsu or MMA involved in it.
So what's the biggest difference between? Nice. What's the biggest difference
Making up
between
for cutting them off.
I appreciate that.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu and Japanese jiu-jitsu?
I thought Brazilian jiu-jitsu was predominantly on the ground.
And Japanese is mostly standing
yeah,
up, right?
like getting wrist locks from the feet, like Kimuras and key locks from the feet.
They do like takedowns and shit in Japanese jiu-jitsu.
There's a lot of choreography too, though. Like there's like katas that you run through in these like chains. You know, like you'll do it on somebody, but they're not resisting. You're just running through these moves like a kata.
So now, what's the difference between Brazilian jiu-jitsu and American jiu-jitsu?
Wrestling. The infusion of wrestling techniques, I feel like.
The grappler being introduced.
No, all right.
You know, you look at Jake Shields, he calls his shit American jiu-jitsu because he has a wrestling background, and he blended it with Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You know?
My brother hit some American jiu-jitsu last night.
Yeah, it was dope.
When two guys do wrestling and jits, we're blending.
Did you get Luigi? Did you get to watch any of the matches last night, Luigi?
I watched a few of them. I watched.
You watched Sam?
No, because
Why?
it fucking froze.
It froze.
So
Yeah.
shitty.
Who said that?
My fucking phone did.
Dude, we all watched it.
Well, good for you.
Is it 'cause you don't know how to click?
I'm joking.
You don't know how to click links, Luigi?
What, were you trying to catch him in a live? You're like,
yeah.
I watched. He's such a dick.
No, I figured out. I mean, thank you to Nick.
Yes, I was about to say no props,
so
dude.
funny.
Nick sent me the
link.
thing to just push on my phone.
He's like, just go to YouTube and type in Long Island Jiu-Jitsu Network. Luigi's like, that's way too much. He's like, all right, I'll send you a link.
He's like, wait, a link? He's
So
like,
he
what do
sent me
I
a
click?
link, and then he also texted me like when Sam was like about to go up too. And I did watch a few of the matches. I was with Marcus. We were working, but
Yeah, it must have been tough to like work and watch the match.
it kind of it was.
You guys look busy. I saw a
Dude, it was
picture.
fucking packed.
Yeah.
It was packed. The end of the night was fun. I got to throw a drunk right through the door.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where?
How tall was she?
No, this was an actual guy.
Oh,
I did.
nice.
I did.
real life
I
man.
did open the door, and this dude, there was some drunk girl. We're like, you can't come in. Like you're just. I'm not drunk. That whole fucking thing. And there's
Luigi just palms her face. He's like,
no, there was like a
staying
little
outside.
alcove kind of thing, like at the door. We're like, yo, you can't stand here. It's public property, whatever. We got to keep this. We got to keep the entrance and exit open. So she's like, I'm standing here. What are you gonna do? So,
oh no,
the wind. I push the door a little bit, and the wind takes it and fucking rails her.
No.
And she's like, "You push me. I'm calling the cops." I'm like, "Go ahead, call the fuck cops. I'm gonna tell them you're trespassing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
There's a cop right there. Go get him."
Yeah.
But some kid was too drunk, and he kept like coming in. And first we tell him, "Oh, dude, you can't come in." Whatever. Tries to come in again. We're like, "Dude, what the fuck? Like, we just told you 5 minutes ago you can't come in." Tries to come in a third time. The other guy I'm with, this guy Jay, starts screaming at him. I'm like, dude, I wanted to fucking like kick him or something. He goes, all right, next time. So
Kick him or
he opens so we see the kid coming up. He comes in the door, and before he like didn't even get to say a word, I just grabbed the kid and fucking throw him. And I forget the door's there because I'm just aiming for the street, because from like the building to the street, it's probably like the same thing as here.
Yeah.
I just tried to launch him as far as I can, but he hit the fucking door, and then like he only fell like halfway into the sidewalk.
That's hilarious.
That was pretty fun. That was the only fun I got to have.
I hate when like you're in a physical altercation and like shit goes wrong. It doesn't go as planned.
Yeah,
Like
dude, I really wanted to like just fucking like Spartan kick him right into the fucking.
When I was younger, I had some issues with these kids, man. And like I told this one dude, like, hey, listen, I'm looking for your homeboy. Just tell him I'm looking for him. And he's like, yeah, I know who the fuck you are. And for whatever reason, I took that as like disrespectful, you know? So I turn around, I'm like in his face, and I grab his chain, and I wanted to snatch the chain off his neck.
And it didn't break.
It didn't break. So I just pulled the kid into me, and like we're face to face, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. I walked away, I was like, what kind of fucking chain is that, dude? I literally grabbed it.
I need one of them.
Dude, I literally grabbed it and pulled him in, and like we're like kissing distance.
That's
I'm just
like one of those moments where it's like, you're probably wondering how we ended up here.
yeah.
Let me explain. The
Yep.
chain was supposed to break.
I was like, holy shit. I get in the car later, dude, and my fucking knuckles are bleeding. I'm like, what the
What
fuck?
fucking kind of chain was it?
Was that a fucking bike chain, dude? Like, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Imagine that happened at with the kid Adam from fucking Lima.
Oh, yeah.
The kid with the gravity chain didn't break.
Yeah.
What?
Pulls when Adam Baum was in the press conference with the kid. he just
yeah.
fought. The kid snatched the chain off his neck and threw it into the stands. So imagine that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they're sitting there and he's like, pulls him in.
It couldn't have been. Gold chains break pretty easily. I grabbed the kid's gold chain once,
This
and
was-
he pulled back.
This
and it
was like
broke.
in the 90s, dude. So it was those thick boys, those thick
Don't
Cuban
say
links.
anything, D-Rock. That wasn't my fault.
It's all your fault, dude.
No, that particular incident in this whole thing wasn't my fault.
It was all your fault, dude. The whole thing was your fault, Luigi.
I did get to.
Let's tell a story now that we're bringing it up.
I've told it before.
No, we told it, yeah.
We've told it before. Luigi bullied some kid relentlessly.
Yeah.
Stole the chain off his neck that his grandma gave him, and the kid cried.
I did get to almost kind of bully a female last night. It was pretty fun. There's she's like,
Yeah, tell us
she's
the
in there,
story, dude.
she's in there celebrating her birthday, and she's like, they're all fucking partying, and they keep like bumping into me, and I'm like, fuck, like just go fucking like 2 feet over that way. And the one girl is like, it's her birthday, she's 30, whatever, and then she's like, she thinks you're hot. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, she's too old though.
No, that's Luigi's pet peeve.
I'm like,
Too old.
No, don't be telling me that your girlfriend
that
thinks
too.
I'm hot,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, tell her to come up. I was like, I'm like, yo, nah, sorry, she's too old. She's like, what do you fucking mean she's too old? I'm like, nah, she's too old. So she goes and tells her. The girl comes up to me, he's like, what? I'm too. You're fucking ugly and you're old. I'm like, that's great, but that's not what you were saying like fucking 3 minutes ago. Man. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the best.
That
You're
was
stupid.
fun.
No, you're stupid. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
What was it? A birthday party going on at the bar?
It was a parade.
Oh, that's right.
St. Patrick's Day parade.
That's right.
Where'd you?
That was yesterday?
Yeah, the Bayshore
Oh,
St. Patrick's Day parade.
fuck that. Not enough money to pay me to work for that
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Fuck that.
They take care
Especially
of me.
yesterday.
Oh, good. All right.
Fuck all that, dude. I remember a couple of years back, this guy that I know, he worked actually for Meatball, and he texted me. It's like 5:30 at
Thanks,
night
sir.
on Thanksgiving Eve. He's like, "Yo, you want to work at Meatball in Farmingdale tonight?" And I'm like, "Fuck, it's fucking Thanksgiving Eve, bro. Like, what do you? All right, how much you pay me? We'll give you 120." I'm like, "You would get fucked."
Yeah.
120. I'm thinking like 350, bro. It's last minute, the
Yeah.
busiest night of the year, and I know I'm getting into multiple fights.
Yeah.
And you're offering me $120? No, thank you.
I got offered for
$120?
That's what he's like, yeah, 120. I'm like,
what's
get
that for?
fucked.
Yeah, I know a bunch of the guys that work at like Dublin Deck, and I don't know how the fuck they do it, because the guy, he texts me, he's like, yo, I'm down a guy tonight, like, do you mind coming in? I'm like, all right. I'm like, what are the hours and how much? He goes, well, you got to get there at 8, we'll leave like 4 or 5. I'm like, all right, well, how much? He's like, like $70 or $80. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like,
70 or
wait,
80
an hour?
bucks?
He goes, no, for the night. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not fucking. No
fuck
way
your
am I
face,
working
dude.
fucking
I'm not
Double Deck on
working
a
for-
Thursday night when I got to work Friday morning.
Yeah,
Fuck
ladies'
out.
I'm not
night?
bouncing for less than 150, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like all this shit that you guys got to deal with, dude. Like we went out to the Greenport Brewery for a show, and that shit was loud as fuck. So like,
Oh my God.
the music, the people, the hours, dude. Like $80, dude.
Even
like,
that, like that brewery, nothing was gonna happen. Like, no
Yeah, that
fights.
crowd. Yeah, that crowd
you
was
know.
too soft.
But
It's the energy that it
but
takes
just
to interact
sit
with
there,
people.
No. But just to sit there and listen to fucking music, I wouldn't even want to get paid to do
Yeah,
that.
at that decibel level, dude.
Yeah, it gets rough, dude. Especially like, man, if you work like a Saturday over at the casino, man, you're up at 12 working.
Yeah,
You get
but
a little
that's
break,
not-
and
that's
then you
not
get
that
done
bad,
like
though,
3 in
like-
the morning.
Dude, it's a long day.
It's a
no,
long
it's a
day.
long day. But I'm saying at least like that, like you're outside, like you got
Yeah, but like
hot
what
chicks
I'm
in
saying is
bikinis.
like,
The thing that makes that bearable is actually working with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
if
and
you're
that's
like-
true.
You're kind of hanging out.
yeah,
Yeah.
But even still, dude, like at the end of the night, you go down to sleep. It's like it's hard to unwind because your ears are ringing and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's
You
tough
get,
to
you
like.
should get earplugs.
You don't get to even with them.
Even with
it's just
earplugs,
hard
it
to
doesn't-
like decompress. You know what I mean? Like if you have a busy day, normally you'll go home, get some peace and quiet. You can like decompress and like get a good night's sleep. It's hard to do that over there.
Yeah,
when
there's
you've been
no
working
like,
for
and
fucking
there's no
14
peace and
hours.
quiet. Like, even if let's say there's 4 of us in the room, that like, all right, we might be quiet, but the walls are so paper thin that like, the next room they're fucking blasting music and shit. Then you got to get out of bed and like fucking yell at them. It's like, dude, like
Oh, what? There's multiple rooms there at the casino?
Yeah, it's a motel basically.
it's a motel with
really?
like paper
It's a
thin
motel
walls.
for all the employees. But it used to be a motel, and it's just where they house the employees now.
Oh, okay.
You know, because you get down to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no ferry home.
Right.
So
You got to take a water taxi, and it's expensive as fuck.
you know, so you do that. You get to bed at 3:30. You don't get the best sleep, and it's like, yeah, you got to be back up out of the bar at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock the next day. It gets rough.
I forgot who. I think we talked about this, but I brought it up to somebody else, and like I got a different answer. I feel like, so like during the season of like Fire Island, like whenever it starts, whenever it ends, if like somebody owned a boat, could they taxi people back and forth, or is there going to be complications with that person?
You can't
I
like
think you're not
advertise that
supposed
you're
to, yeah.
gonna taxi people, but like if say I was hanging out on my boat and you're like, yo, I need a ride.
Right, but I'm saying like to make
I
money.
just had a
like-
great idea.
Like
No,
I
you
couldn't
can't, no.
pull up to the dock
No.
and be like $20 ride back to
No,
You'd have to have a license. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you need like a whatever.
And is that-
you need a captain's license probably.
All right, so if I had the license,
You
could
might
I-
you
could I
should be
do
able
it?
to.
You might need,
or is that
you
body-
might
or
need
is
some
that body
kind
of
of.
water like owned by?
It might have to be
it's-
No, it's going to probably be fucking politics. To the
Probably has to
town,
be like
to
regulated.
get-
yeah, there's probably a bunch of
Yeah.
like.
You'd have to
fucking
go
red
through
tape.
hell to get like approved for that, probably.
Yo, say we
so
got.
you would have to get approved. You think?
I'm
You'd
assuming.
have to
Yeah,
get
like, dude,
approved by the
you
town.
gotta have.
You'd have to go through the ferry company kind of thing, or like around it.
No, the only thing that you'd have to get approved for is pickup and drop off location.
There's-
but it's
I'm
like-
assuming there's more to it than that,
No,
though, dude. There's
'cause
so
you-
much politics over there, especially when it comes to Fire Island, because it's a national seashore. There's like so many.
And
there's
it's
so
not
many
just like a
rules.
taxi. I could come pick you up on the side of the
Yeah, but
street.
even
like,
even the taxis need like that medallion or whatever. Like you can't just like take your car and like start like
no,
using
but
it
like
as a
even
taxi.
if you had like say you had all that
No, we
stuff,
should
you'd
start-
you'd need to buy that route. Like how Mac's has a pickle route, and like you need to buy that taxi route basically.
Yeah, but you're not. There's no route. It's just wherever.
No, but that
It'd be like a territory then.
you'd have to
Getting on
you'd
that
have
Terry
to
G? Oh, I thought he was about to do
like
some
at
work.
that dock you'd have to have some kind of permission from the dock to do it.
Well, that's what I was saying. The
But the
only thing
docks
you'd
are
run
only
into would be the dock.
Yeah, the
pickup
docks are
and
only giving it to
drop-off.
the ferry.
Dude,
They don't even give it to the water taxi.
I'm telling you,
anymore.
dude, there's more to it than that. Honestly, that
Yo,
we don't
so
know about. Because like,
you know what we should do is start an Uber water taxi where people can use their own boats.
yeah.
I don't think it's as simple as it sounds.
All right, we got to cut
mean, it
that
could-
out. We're going to cut that out of this podcast.
Dude, like we've been talking
and-
over there, like how awesome it would be just to open like a pizza shop right down there. And I remember like, why has nobody done this? Why don't we do this? And like, dude, it'll never get done because of the politics. There's like zoning laws, all this bullshit. Like you can't do it. It's like almost impossible to open up a business.
There's
over
no
there.
pizza spots on Fire Island.
Only Ocean Bay Park.
Ocean Bay Park. There's the Pines. There's one.
Yeah, but like
Or Cherry
Davis
Grove,
Park,
whatever.
there isn't one, and it's like, how come there hasn't been one? It's like
Yeah.
because
there's
they want to they want to charge fucking $80 for chicken fingers.
Well, yeah, but now, but dude, this is how people
Bro, it's
operate.
It's like $30 and you get like 2 chicken fingers and fries.
they
got you
levy
by the balls, dude.
they levy these politicians
It's
to
like
write
18.
zoning laws so that competition can open up.
yeah, no, yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Dude, hear me out. So say we got in an altercation and I sucker punched you and I missed, and then you gave me a ride home on your boat.
Would you
Totally hypothetical.
would you be bragging that you punched somebody, or would you be honest and let everybody know that you sucker punched and missed?
I sucker punched and it was like all my friends were working and like
But would that count as a water taxi?
yeah, would that count as a water taxi?
That, yeah, I think the owner of the boat and the guy who sucker punched him should get some kind of punishment for that. they
Finger in their
should
ass.
have some kind of financial fucking implications to that one.
Luigi, I don't know if you caught that commercial last night, but it was a gi and it had like numbers on location. So like say like the shoulder was 1, the elbow was 2 or whatever. And we were it's like for training, so you could be like when you're trying to show somebody
What
like
number
what the
was
moves.
oil check?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's what he said.
And so I brought that up. I was like, yeah, for Luigi, like on the pants, and you have like a fucking like number like 69 or something down there.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He's like, yo, there's no number for the oil check, bro.
Yeah, we need a number for the oil check.
Terry G, my man.
So I looked it up, and it says to start a water taxi, follow these 10 steps. So it says plan your taxi service, form your taxi service into a legal entity, register your water taxi for taxes, open a business bank account, set up accounting for your water taxi service.
Where's bribe public officials in there.
And then it says, well, number 6 is get necessary permits and licenses for your water taxi service.
Which is probably
Yeah,
it's probably
that's
they
the
probably
part
only
that-
give them out to like their friends or family.
Yeah.
But then it says nothing else. Like that's really the only thing is you just need to get your
Yeah, so look, that
That's
permit,
what-
that permit.
That's the only thing. That's like fucking everything. It's
Yeah, but I
But
think
that might
the
be just-
permit and license is what's going to be the hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know though. It might just be something stupid they have to pay for.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Dude, even just in the town of Patchogue, if you want to put up a sign, it has to be approved.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but that's the village of Patchogue.
yeah, but dude, now you have the Davis Park, whatever the fuck they are, like committee over there. Plus, you have to deal with federal shit because it's a federally protected national seashore. So there's all types of bullshit that you have to deal with over there.
Well, I'm looking.
Like even dude,
I mean, listen, if you-
we were
if you
always
can get it
saying
done, good
we've been
for you.
saying for years about how come there's not a gas there's no gas on the Fire Island side. You can't gas your boat up.
That's insane.
You would make a killing.
Because they'd have to run gas there.
It's not even just that. Like people have tried to do it. It's like impossible. Like I've been told stories about like, dude, it's impossible. Like
There is gas on Fire Island. You have to go out west.
yeah, they're probably the only ones that are allowed to do it. There's
Yeah.
zoning laws against it.
And
There's
Shinnecock.
there's all these laws against it. It's all bureaucratic bullshit.
Yeah, I
And
see.
Shinnecock.
I agree with you. I could definitely see Fire Island being tight knit, political bullshit to like get anything going on Fire Island. But like just the idea of taxing people back and forth, like I do believe that it would be a fucking.
oh, it'd be a great fucking thing to do.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it would be great, but it also would be a hard obstacle to
It's-
get around.
yeah.
Like I definitely think like if you like came forward and like, yeah, I'm trying to do a water taxi thing, I think you'd be jumping through hoops. I think if you got all your paperwork together, didn't
You'd
tell
still be
anybody,
jumping through hoops.
didn't
They'd
tell
find-
anybody. Once you started to do the water taxing, then you hit some problems. You might be able to
Oh,
skate
yeah.
by for a couple weeks until
Yeah,
somebody
if it got out there and people are like, yo, there's these people doing this, they're gonna have the fucking cops right there. You're gonna get fined out of your asshole.
Yeah,
You're
yep.
gonna lose everything you
Yeah.
have.
Dude, look at even fucking like town of Brookhaven, like Rick, when he was going through his shit, they didn't let him open because he didn't have 10 trees on the fucking property.
Yeah, they make it so
like
difficult.
it's all stupid.
What, so
shit.
he
They're
had to
gonna
plant
come
trees?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there was a bunch of, but like it's all stupid little shit like that they're gonna be like, oh, well you need to write this letter on your boat.
Yeah, they're just gonna
Oh,
keep making it impossible for you to do what you
Oh,
want to do.
Yeah,
oh,
so
by the
this-
way, your boat doesn't have 3 propellers; it has 4.
Right.
You got to
Yeah.
you got to take half.
You
like,
have to have
whatever.
37 life jackets. Like, yeah, but there's
Yeah.
only 10 people occupancy.
Yeah,
Doesn't
dude,
matter.
There's crazy shit in like the town of Northport too. They make it super difficult for like restaurants and business to go in there. Like basically, there's only a handful of restaurants, and like if you wanted to open a restaurant, people don't open new restaurants there because one of like the ordinances is like you're not allowed to have an establishment with chairs.
Really?
Yeah, so like they don't want other businesses coming in. They just want to keep it like the way it is. Like Montauk, when they got that 7-Eleven out there,
Oh, they were pushing
there
against
was
that, right?
there was so much opposition.
Yeah.
And that's the most lucrative 7-Eleven in the entire country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, see, like that's the funny thing that you brought that up because we've had conversations about that 7-Eleven. I wonder, is it the most? It's like the highest
Grossing.
7-Eleven. Is it because it's such a populated area, people go out there, or is it because everything's fucking double?
Yeah,
Probably-
is
probably
it
'cause it's,
volume
like, worked
or
out.
pricing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
You think
Because
it's
I'm pretty
true?
sure
That's
a
a
bottle
gold
of water
mine,
was
dude.
$7.50 out there.
Imagine we did that, bro. You never have to work again.
No, dude, I love that
Place
bro.
like runs itself.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's
this-
a fucking 7-Eleven.
This only says state and federal license. It doesn't say anything about like county or city or.
It's federal. That's what I'm saying because it's a federally protected national seashore. You know, like get. You know how hard it is to probably get federal permits, dude.
He might be right, dude.
Dude, I mean, there's the jokes all the time about like, you know, you have like your kids or your niece and nephew and they set up a fucking lemonade stand and cops will come by and shut them down because they don't have permits. Like,
Yeah.
you're not paying tax on that 25 cents for
Yeah.
fucking your lemonade. Like,
Fuck you paying me.
yeah.
Did you guys ever do that?
Never did.
I
What,
see-
shut
I
down
see-
kids?
I
Yeah,
steer-
all the time.
I
Like,
steer
you show
lemonade.
up with a fake badge.
If I see little kids hustling, like I usually won't drink the lemonade, but I'll just throw them like $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I make a fake badge and shut them down.
And
Get
take all,
against the
and take all their
lemonade
money.
stand right now.
Hey,
Dude,
shake
has
them-
them
you
all
shake
lined
them
up
down,
with their
dude.
hands.
Give me a
You didn't pay
375
your
right now.
fig, baby.
You shake them down like you're in the mob.
He's like, yo, this is that
Strong arm these little kids.
This is that D-Rock tax.
Yeah, this is my
motherfucker.
territory, baby. Nobody else pushing lemonade around here but me.
I was definitely that high school kid that would go and like and have like, what the fuck was around back then where you would get like bulk candy and shit. I guess like Halloween, during like Halloween season, you get like all the shit on sale afterwards from like Walgreens and C.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
November
that's the
1st.
best.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and I would get that shit and I would go sell it in school, like Airheads and gum and shit.
My nephew's doing that right now. My nephew's a little hustler.
Yeah, dude. Teach him fucking
When
young,
he was
bro.
down in Florida, they didn't sell snacks in his lunchroom.
Ooh.
So every morning he'd stop at 7-Eleven, stock up. He's like, yo, I sold the bag of Cheetos for $9.
What? Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah, dude.
$9? How big was it? Was don't tell me it was the snack pack.
It was probably
size.
a snack pack size.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Dude, kids are. It's funny because the kids.
How much you charging for rent now?
Yeah,
right.
Dude, the kids' parents give them money for like food, so like they'll just use it to buy like dumb shit. Like it
Yeah.
happened. My nephew. They had like almost a debit card like at Hop Hog for like the lunch now,
Yeah.
and like she could see everything that he was like buying, and he was buying like cookies, ice
Pornhub
cream.
came up on it. That is hilarious.
Hot chick eats gooey cookie.
Yo, Pornhub cut off Russia, right?
Did they?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
And I heard Russia's.
McDonald's closed 800 and something locations. It's like, cool, so now we're just making them healthy and smarter.
Yeah, serious.
And I heard Russia, I think, is banning Instagram or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a thing yesterday, and it said defense officials are briefing TikTokers on the
What dances to do to like help
No.
Ukraine? Oh.
On the Ukraine-Russia. That was satire, but this was a real thing. Like, they're briefing influencers about the conflict so that they can spread more awareness, aka spread their narrative.
Wow. I know TikTok's
That's-
so huge, dude. I don't even fuck with TikTok.
TikTok is the dumbest shit ever.
Isn't TikTok a China thing anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And dude, if
Trump
you know
was
the
trying to ban
algorithm
it.
is different in America for it than it is in China. So there's like times where TikTok is not accessible to kids in China. They block it after a certain time, and the algorithm is tweaked over there to give the kids like science TikToks,
Like-
history TikToks, engineering
Wow.
type of TikToks, because they want them to learn shit to make
We're
them
just getting
better.
retarded.
Yeah, and they give America the dumb shit.
God forbid.
Well,
we
they
do that in
got
America.
algorithms too, even with like Netflix. Like the shit that Netflix streams over here for us is different than other parts of the country too.
If you ever connected Netflix with a VPN, you get a totally different.
lineup of movies and
Yeah.
shows. That's
yeah,
crazy.
like there's certain movies you want to watch, so you can only get them in like Germany or whatever. You got to do it through that way.
Yeah.
Yo,
See, that I know how to do, but I don't know how to
speaking-
click a fucking link.
that's one thing I wanted to bring up. Yo, did you know that Mountain Creek used to be a water park, like back in the day?
Yeah,
But like crazy, they had like mad lawsuits and shit.
yeah, that's a lot about it. Like same thing
Action
with
Park?
Same
Yeah.
thing with
Class action park.
Class
you
action
saw
park.
that shit?
Yo,
Yeah,
did you
same
see
thing
the
with fucking,
documentary?
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yo,
like Camelback. They used to like they had that luge thing down there. Like people fucking sued the
What
shit out
about
of them.
Camel Toe?
no, but like, if you watch the Class
Sugar
Action Park, it's called. It's a documentary about.
Awesome.
It's
Yeah.
about that. You saw that?
Yeah, Action Park was one of the fucking.
was
Like,
the shit.
people died and shit. Like,
Did you
see? Did you
That
see
was
the?
It was like young kids who opened it too.
Yeah.
Like they were like 20
Yeah.
years old.
Oh, really?
Dude,
Yeah, that
you gotta
Dude,
watch
that's
it.
awesome
Park was
documentary. I
fucking
think
bad.
it's on HBO.
HBO.
Yeah,
Yo,
like,
it
it's
was
really
one of
watch
the
it
most.
the other
It was
night.
like one of the most dangerous, whatever, fucking like Six Flags kind of place
Yeah,
that you
Action
could go
Park,
to.
Venture Park.
Yeah.
It's called Class Action
Amusement park.
Yeah, like class action
Class
lawsuit.
lawsuit, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know 20-year-olds opened that up.
Dude, it was insane. Like, yeah, they were just like basically like having parties. He said like they would be like getting hammered the night before, coming into work and being like, "All right, go ahead, like go down the slide." But then they showed like videos.
Make sure you hold on tight.
Yo, they showed videos of like it back in the day, and like those like at Splish Splash they have like that big tube ride where it's like you and like all of us could sit in that one tube.
Yeah.
Bro, they had something like that that like fucking they just like were just like pushing people down. Like how in Splish Splash it's like, all right, like
Yeah, you wait.
you go and then you gotta wait like say a
Bienvenidos a
minute.
Shotgun Falls.
Yes. And then
Oh
like
God, I can still hear that now.
they have like a kind of like a system where
Yeah.
you don't run into each other. Bro, they're just pushing people
Dude,
down.
they didn't give a
like
fuck there.
one right after the next.
And what,
You
people
could
crashing
Into each other. People
Some
are
of
getting
those
fights
rides-
on the ride. Like people are getting out of their rafts to fight each other because they're crashing. It was so fucking crazy.
Some of those rides are still up. Like if you look when you go up on the left side,
far side?
yeah, when you're looking at the mountain to the left, some of those rides are still up there.
Really?
Where was this park?
Vernon, New Jersey.
That's wild.
But dude, it was crazy. And they were saying how like the guy, the guy who owned it was some like finance dude, and like he like got a bunch of money together and he bought that, and like it was like the craziest ideas. Like he would just be like,
they would just like sit there like spitballing ideas.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah,
fuck
they
yeah,
didn't have
let's
like
do it.
they didn't have engineers like
Yeah.
parsing it
No,
out.
yeah, like, no, like
they built all the rides themselves. Like
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
just,
have
like-
engineers or nothing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, let's do a concrete luge where you just ride down the cart with like no
Dude,
helmet
they
or
had-
anything.
Yeah, and you just got a handbrake, right? Wasn't there like a handbrake
No,
to
they
adjust the
had
speed?
you know the big fucking ride at Splish Splash, that
The
you,
cliff diver?
the cliff diver, yo. So they had something like that, right, where you go straight down, and then at the end it had a loop.
Oh my god! The look on his face.
It was so fucking funny, bro. And they like didn't pad this one part, so people were going. So that's how. So like when they first
Hey,
started,
fuck physics. Let's just make this loop.
Yo,
Yeah,
that's
if
exactly.
they go fast enough, they'll get around the loop.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's exactly
That's what
what
they were
they
thinking.
did. They were like they made the pitch so fast that they're like, oh, he has to make it. So they were throwing dummies down. And he's like, the fucking dummies were coming out with no head, no arm, no legs. Yo, so then he's like, all right. He's like, they finally got. He's like,
This is
they,
like some backyard
yo,
shit, bro.
backyard shit, like just millionaires.
Dude, the '90s were wild.
This is like if rednecks won like the Mega Millions, and they're like, yo, what are we gonna do today? Yo, so he was like, yeah, we changed the pitch, we changed this, that, everything. He's like, so we finally got to the point where like our dummies weren't coming out like
Mangled.
decapitated. So he's like, we finally got to the point where we had to send a human down, and he's like, how are we gonna do this? He's like, I would just go there and be like $100, anyone who wants to go down.
Shut the fuck up.
So all the employees would go and test ride these fucking rides,
Insane.
bro, and
That
he would
is
just be
insane.
giving them $100 cash, and
Dudes
so
are breaking their arms and
Bro, so
fucking
he said-
legs.
the first kid went down, right, and he's like, it was pitch black, like you couldn't see anything. Next thing you know, you're just out. And
What?
so he goes around the loop, and he fucking whatever. He said he like hit himself. He like they didn't pad a certain area, so like then they found out that they have to do that. So he's like, kids
my
are
It's
going
like trial and error, but like
Yeah.
risking human lives.
Trial and error with like
the first kid
fucking
bashed
kids.
his face and like knocked his teeth out, right? So then he's like, then a couple people later, he's like, then the next couple people, he's like, they're going down. He's like, the one dude came with like lacerations on his back, and they're like, what the fuck? So like they had like a little trap door in case someone got stuck where they could open it and get people out. Bro, they opened the trap door, and the guy's teeth were embedded in the slide, and people
my
were
God.
getting cut by his teeth.
Oh my god.
You know what's crazy, dude?
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah,
sounds
it's-
so bananas. Like, but when you think about some shit that like scientists do,
That's like what they do.
that's what they do. Like, hey,
That's what they
this,
do, but they-
this could blow the whole Earth and the universe up. But like, let's try it. I mean, like the Manhattan Project trying to get the atom bomb. It's like, hey man, if we fuck this up, we could nuke the entire Earth. But like,
Let's
press
go
the
for it.
button.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like there's
Dude,
a
I
little bit
highly
more
recommend that.
There's a little bit more like
thinking involved.
It's-
Yes,
Thinking
but still,
and-
like the
It's the same
risk,
co- yeah,
you're
it's the
still
same
taking a
concept.
crazy risk where you're
Yeah.
like, we don't know if this is correct,
but
but, there's only
science-
one way to find out.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
if we're wrong, we're gonna blow the Earth up.
Science, they use like mathematics, and they use like physics and all that, and they're like, oh, this angle, yep,
Yeah, but at the end of the
matches
day,
that.
it still comes down to the balls that press the
Yeah.
button, right?
These
Like it
fucking
still comes
crazy-
down to like, we're rolling the dice.
yeah. But these crazy rednecks are like, yeah, it looks good. Yep.
That
it's
is
like
so
Tiger
Picture's
King
good.
opened up a fucking amusement park.
Yeah, serious. Like I've seen like Tony Hawk or like whatever skaters, like they made the loop.
Yeah, but they do it like legit.
Well, they try to, but at least
try.
they have like crash pads and
Yeah.
shit to like help
Yeah.
people out. These motherfuckers going down the pitch dark. bro.
Jackass. I mean, that one Jackass, like
Jackass,
Jackass
so
3,
funny.
when they're doing the fucking loop de
loop.
loop, they fucking they just sent those guys for like 5 hours until one finally hit it.
Yeah. Was it like Wee Man who hit it, or
I think so. Yeah.
It's crazy though, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was such a fucking great documentary. Like I highly recommend watching that.
Yeah, I gotta watch
And
that.
I didn't even finish it. I fell asleep, but like supposedly like there was like so many people who died there and stuff, and like they like had to be shut down. And then I guess somebody bought it and opened up a ski resort. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever remember like Action Park when I was a younger kid.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's
Dude,
what I was
Action
gonna ask
Park
you guys.
and fucking
They
Adventureland
closed.
too. Adventureland was fucking sketchy too.
Yeah.
I know, and crazy too, man. Like, oh yeah, Adventureland, but like I've even heard of like oh no, I'm thinking of Great Adventure. Adventureland, I've heard like people getting like really fucked up at it.
People-
Oh yeah,
I don't
they
know
had
if they
that
know
roller
the
coaster.
swing, though.
The swing
That
that
roller
fell.
coaster that was at Bullwinkle's.
No.
Oh, I've been to
Yeah, dude,
Bullwinkle's.
Bullwinkle's.
Bullwinkle's
fucking-
had bumper boats.
Yeah.
Shit was
Yeah, yeah.
lit.
Dude, the
Yeah,
fucking
shit was gas
the what do you call those? The swings and it just rotates.
Yeah, yeah.
That fucking thing
Fell.
It came out of the fucking concrete and
Yeah.
tipped over.
It was at Bullwinkle's. You're right.
Yeah, that's why it's not
But no,
Bullwinkle's anymore. It's
Boomers.
Boomers. Yeah, that's why it's not Bullwinkle's.
No, but there was something that happened at
Adventureland was the
Adventureland.
roller coaster. The roller coaster was fucking people up.
Was the roller coaster? I
Yeah,
thought it was
dude.
a swing. I thought the swing broke and somebody fell off the swing.
I think that it might have happened. I think I remember hearing a story about that, like where it shot them out onto
Yeah,
like fucking
yeah, yeah.
110
I
or
want
something
that,
like
yes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's like one of those like folk stories or
I
not.
used to kick my shoes off in the 110, dude. I would just fucking flick those things off and watch them fly over the fence right into fucking
And then you would
traffic.
just walk barefoot
yeah, dude.
for the rest of the day, or
That's
you
the
got
rest
them
of the
back.
day.
That's not a
Dude,
smart
that's
move.
so fucking.
Dude, I
It's
was
a smart
like
move if
8.
you want new
Dude,
sneakers.
They were Pathmark kicks, dude.
That's so
Nah,
fire.
but even back then,
Air
you
Gordons?
weren't fucking rocking Pathmark kicks. Your shoe game's on point. You
Yeah.
wouldn't-
Now it is,
You
dude.
wouldn't have done that.
No, my mom, dude. We would go to Pathmark and by the frozen aisle, they'd be like the shoes hanging up on the end cap, and she'd be like, yes, with the guy, she'd be like, which one do you want, black or white? I'd be like, hook me up with the black pair.
Dude, I had those, and the soles would come clean off.
Yeah, all the time, bro.
I'd end up with just a waffle in the bottom of my shoe. What
Dude,
the fuck is this?
I remember growing up and like the cartoons would have like the burglar and like he would like leave his footprints when he was walking.
Yeah, yeah.
And D-Rock's 100% right, man. The soles would start to separate, so I would just rip them off, and when I'd play around, I'd be like boop boop boop, like keeping my footprints. And the 7-Eleven was literally walking distance from my house. My mom'd be like, "All right, here's like $10.
Such a curse.
Go get fucking 7-Eleven bread." And at the time, that 7-Eleven sold cold cuts. You like get a pound of bologna, get a pound of fucking American.
Really?
Yeah,
They
so
used to sell good cold cuts. Too.
Yeah, not a lot of people knew that either.
Yeah,
When
I don't
tell,
remember that.
When I tell people that they're like 7-Eleven sold cold
Yeah.
cuts, I'm like, yeah.
Boar's head.
So
They
I would,
made fucking good sandwiches
yeah.
there.
So I walked up there.
I wonder why they stopped.
I got the bread. I got the cold cuts. I leave 7-Eleven, and since I had no soles in the bottom of my shoe, I stepped on one of the parking blocks. I slipped, dude, and knocked myself clean out.
Oh fuck.
And I'm like 7, 8 years old, dude, out cold in the parking lot. Nobody comes by to make sure I'm alive. Nobody woke me up, dude. I fucking wake up. I'm looking at the sky. I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened? 7, 8 years old, dude. I grab the fucking loaf of bread and the cold cuts. I walk home. I walk in the front door, dude, and I have a ring of blood around my shirt. My mother starts freaking out. Oh my God, you know. And it was wild. But those shoes, man, that's what we wore.
How'd you like from?
I cracked my head open.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what the lump on the back of my head is.
Fuck.
I got a lump back here.
Damn.
Shit.
You make a lot more sense to me now.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. A lot of head trauma, bro.
It's all starting to piece together.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised it took this long, dude.
I
Heard
came
that.
out of my shoes in gym class in 3rd grade wearing those fucking things. The soles came. Yeah, dude. I'll never forget that. I got fucking roasted for that.
Yeah, that's what we wore, man. My mom was, single mom, struggling.
I'll never forget my buddy Jitsandtitspodcast. We were playing basketball and it happened. And for the rest of that year, they were like, yo, where your Air Mikeys at? You got those Mikeys?
Mikeys.
And then somebody was like, nah, they ain't Mikeys. They're Psyches. Like, oh, those look like Nikes? Psych.
Oh, they were going in on you,
Yeah.
dude.
Air Gordons. They ripped me apart for that shit.
But the times like completely changed. Like those big thick cable wires that run from pole to pole.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like feeder cable. Like it's like what runs the
Yeah,
signal.
you used to throw the fucking shoes up there.
Yeah, well, I got nailed by one of those when they were putting them up. Taking clean off my bike, dude.
What?
Yeah, like
Fuck did that happen?
how or when?
How?
I guess when they were going to hook it up, there's like big clamps up there. You can see them. Like you put the wire in it, you put a plate in, you screw the plate in.
Yeah.
So I was like riding my bike past it, and I guess whatever happened, they didn't like hook it properly. It swung down,
Dude, that's so heavy.
Dude, it took me clean off my bike.
You were
Fuck-
alright
damn.
though?
Yeah, it fucked me up. Like took me off. I was like crying.
Did
and shit.
they stop and like?
Yeah,
oh
the
my
cable
God,
guy
you okay?
came over. He's like, "Oh, you're right, big guy." Took my handlebar, straightened them up and shit.
You probably could have sued them.
But
Shit
that's
out
what
of
I'm
them.
saying. So I went home. I told my mom, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, whatever." But like today, dude, like if you take some fucking
Bro, so
take
much
some
fucking
fight with a
8-year-old
fucking cable
yeah.
wire,
Dude, you'd be
dude.
probably like a millionaire.
Dude,
Dude, you
millionaire.
would have been fucking owning Cablevision instead of working for them.
I know,
Yeah.
dude. It's just crazy how time.
how-
completely-
Speaking of that shit,
Go ahead.
I'm so mad. Like, I should be filthy rich. Filthy. Like, you guys have all seen my dumb arm.
yeah, we have.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was 6 years old. I came out of a cast. Like, if my mom had any brains, would have been like, oh, something's not right. Damn, bro. Come on, son.
Oh, it's this one.
No, it was the right arm.
Oh,
It's the
shit.
right arm. But, like, you would think that you'd see your 6-year-old son and be like, yeah, his arm doesn't fucking work.
Yeah,
you might say something. Like, I should have sued the fuck out of those doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you sue hospitals?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, you just can't sue for like the vaccines and
If
shit.
if there's like a surgery, you usually
I see where
sign
you went there.
like a kind of like a waiver in case like shit goes wrong. They'll be like, yeah, listen, we're operating on your spine, but you have to sign this because there is a risk that you might never be able to like walk again.
He went somewhere completely different with that.
Just throwing up layup.
Oh,
Layup. Yeah, but you really could have been a millionaire with that shit. Me, maybe
whatever,
not. Maybe
man.
I could have got a
Fuck
couple
this
grand.
shit.
Nah, you
No,
would.
you could.
Just, I mean, like I wasn't like seriously injured.
Spagnola vision.
Spagnola vision.
Yeah, I remember I got
seriously injured at
I
that
got
point.
clotheslined off of a dirt bike by a tree in the woods. That was.
But that was
That sounds like your fault.
Yeah, it was nobody's fault but yours.
You're not suing the fucking tree in the woods.
Remy's like, I'm trying to sue God right now.
Yo,
dude.
speaking of which, I remember when I broke my arm. I remember being in the hospital in my room, and another kid, I think he was like probably a teenager, like maybe 12, 13, 14 or something like that. He came in and they brought him in, dude. I remember this kid screaming, and he had the handlebars from his BMX bike embedded in his fucking thighs.
Oh my god.
And they brought him in, dude. You saw they were still in his legs. Damn. And he was
change the subject.
Was this Brookhaven?
Yeah, it's Brookhaven. I'll never forget that, dude. This kid was fucking.
The whole bike's in the hospital with the kid. The fucking bars are sticking in his legs.
Dude, yeah, they had to fucking cut the rest of the bike off, but they still had the handlebars were still in his thighs
Yeah,
when
they
he
probably,
came in.
they probably
Dude,
don't want
that's
him to bleed out.
fucking
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember, dude. He was.
On that note, we'll see you guys next week.
yeah. See, Remy's
What, you
fine, but he
little-
could rip a fucking deer's asshole out with bare hands.
What kind of hunter are you?
But he can't talk about handlebars and the kid's
Oh,
leg.
bro, because that's gross. That shit creeps me out.
So is sticking your hand up a deer's ass and
That's
pulling its
com-
intestines.
So it's
Completely
making me cut like
different.
goose's heads
way.
off.
it's completely different.
It's the same thing. You're still
I don't
cutting
know.
into a live.
I don't know how, but it's
being.
just,
Yeah. You're pulling out intestines of an animal.
I don't
through
feel
its
bad
a-hole.
when it's like a deer or an animal. Like, I don't know. It's creepy when it's a fucking human.
Dude, the kid he was on a fucking
All right, don't keep
What are
telling
those,
stories. This guy.
the ramps, the
Yeah.
half pipe or whatever. He was on like a half pipe and fucking wrecked.
Did both of them go like in each thigh, or was one in one of the like?
No, they were both in.
Oh my god.
They were both in the top side of his thighs, like here and here.
Yeah, it's
you know.
crazy.
And
Oh my
this is
All right,
this
so
is
what
the
about
reason
EBI
why I know.
tonight?
Yeah, I was just gonna segue to that. I'm like, yo, we haven't touched on EBI yet.
He's really gonna puke.
Yeah, he's gonna puke, dude. He's gagging. He's gagging.
Were the grips still on it?
The grips were in it.
The grips were on it.
They
and
were
it
worried
went
about the
through.
grips were still in it, and they were worried about his what's
Bleeding
that
out.
artery, the femoral artery.
Yeah.
They
It
were worried
makes
that he
sense.
would have cut off the
Yeah.
femoral artery.
So I'm not trying to gross out Remy, but I just have one real question though. So did they take the handlebars off the bike, or did they cut the handlebars?
They cut the bike, the rest of the bike. So he still,
Damn,
dude,
so he
he
was
still had
fucked. He
handlebars.
was in pain,
it was like
dude.
this much of the handlebars
Yeah.
still in his legs. Like
All that
you know,
vibration
they put,
from
you
the
know, they put
fucking-
the.
Yeah, like
They-
it's stuck in you, and you like what they cut it with?
Probably a Sawzall.
You could
Dude, that's
see
gonna- that's
them,
gonna
like you know, the
shake.
blanket.
They're
They put
worried
the
about
blanket
the
over you.
Grinder.
No, yeah, they probably use
Like-
the.
The blanket
Like
was sitting
jaws-
on the handlebars. You could
the
see
jaws
him.
of life.
And dude, I'll never forget. I was listening to that kid scream and cry. He made it though.
He made.
All right. So
Yo, in
on a
Brookhaven,
good
that's-
note. On a good note.
Mexico today.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, change the subject.
Did a kid get embedded with handlebars in Mexico?
Nah.
No, we got Danny competing
Somebody's
today
about
at
to
the
get
EBI.
embedded with a leg lock.
Hell yeah, boy. 6 p.m. he's competing.
Yeah,
well, at least
6,
that's
right?
when it starts. Yeah. I'm excited for that, dude.
Yo, do you know if they're going in that order that list? That,
yeah, it looked like the bracket.
Right, that was the bracket.
Yeah, it looked like the bracket. So
So
he's
he's
probably not
probably
on like
later.
right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably on like at 7 or
he
something
was
like
at
that.
he was at the bottom, right, at the bracket.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited for Danny, man. When I first met Danny, he was a great dude. We started chatting it up, and a little after that, he like told me that like one of his goals was to be invited to like a big show like the EBI. So I'm super happy for him, man.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's like I would say the EBI is pretty close to like the UFC of like grappling,
It's definitely up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
It's definitely up there. It's one of the more prestigious shows.
Yeah.
How did this materialize?
So I guess from Emerald
Combats.
City. Oh, Combat. that's
Combat.
right.
Yeah.
Combat. And then one night we were chilling here, dude. It was probably like, I don't know, 10, 9 o'clock at night. And Danny hits me. He's like, yo, look at this. And it's a fucking text message from Eddie Bravo.
Himself.
That's sick.
Yo, can you make 170 by whatever? And he's just like, fuck yeah.
Yo, I followed Eddie
All
Bravo,
caps.
but he's private and he hasn't accepted me yet.
Does he not know who you are?
Terrence is surprised.
So what the fuck?
Yeah, but he's
Turns out you don't follow him then.
No, but he's got like a shitload of followers. Like he's just deading me for no
He's
reason.
maxed out,
Why?
bro.
Let me see what he's got.
Dude, you should end the request and
start sending a new one?
Yes, and do it every day until you're allowed to follow.
Yeah, then he's going to get it blocked.
Yeah. Just be, hey,
How
I know,
long
I
ago
know
did you
Danny
try to
Stolfi.
follow him? Maybe he hasn't gotten around to it.
It's been a while.
Tell Danny to tell him to follow you.
Yeah, like, hey Eddie, listen, can I ask you a favor? I got this buddy back home.
I got the people's white belt
big
back home.
white belt.
Yeah,
People's white.
that,
Dude, he's
that,
the
that
biggest-
button's still blue. Let's fix that.
Yeah.
Bravo 10p.
He still didn't get that fucking friend request section. No, but this is dope, man. This is big
Yeah.
for Danny, dude. He's
gonna be
going
huge.
in. Yeah.
It's gonna be huge. I think he's gonna do real well, and like I really, really hope he gets to verse fucking Nathan Orchard again.
Yeah, get a little redemption.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because like,
No slaps this time.
dude, he had him in combat. Like,
He did. He looked
You know,
fucking phenomenal against
took his
him.
back what 3 times?
Yep.
Or I know twice definitely. And I think the third one was kind of questionable. But I mean, dude, like against Nathan Orchard, like it's just crazy to like that's like who we train with every day.
Yeah.
And he's out there competing with some of the best in the world.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he has a nice bracket though too. So like if he does well, it's going to be nice on his resume.
Yeah.
Nathan Orchard,
John Combs.
Jay-Z. What's his real name?
No, he's out. Jay-Z's out.
Ooh.
He pulled out.
Dude, he let you follow him. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm about to add him right now and see if he accepts
He
me.
let Vin follow him. He let
I follow.
Brandon Remy follow him. Dude, he's just deading me.
Dude, what'd you
Bro,
do?
he knows who the real
Devin
winners.
Worth, Tommy D,
What's his thing?
Alex Spiro. It's
Eddie Bravo.
I think it's Eddie Bravo 10p,
10p, baby.
Yeah. What does that stand for?
10th planet.
Really?
Yeah,
Hey, yo.
that's it right there.
Nice. I love rollerblades, dude.
2 for 1.
Eddie Bravo.
Two for
Yeah, that guy Jay-Z, he posted the other day
Yeah, what happened with that?
his wife and his son or his daughter is sick, so he had to pull out.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a tough opponent, though, that dude, so I ain't upset about that.
No, yeah, that's yeah.
We've watched him a couple times, D-Rock, compete.
Yeah, he's an OG.
Yeah.
He's been
Danny
around.
said he's super nice. Like he always says, like, "What's up to him?" When like, because they
Watch your back.
compete at
Watch
the same.
Watch that wire, Terrence.
Oh my God, Terrence,
That was
where
you.
are you going?
That was you.
That was not me.
You rocked into the table. That wasn't Terrence.
Did I?
Yeah.
My B, that's on me, dog.
That's on me. That's on me. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think you're right, though. I think the combat jiu-jitsu and this being regular jits, I think it's gonna definitely be a different outcome.
Yeah,
You know.
because it's like Danny can like 100% play his game.
Yeah, not have
Where
to
it's
worry
like
or
combat.
alter.
Not that he couldn't play his game, but it was almost like, oh, can I play this game?
Yeah,
Like he had to go out there and prove that he could.
Right. I think he did say like he had to alter some things.
Yeah.
Or,
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
But it's like this. It's like you don't have to alter shit. You just go out there and do what you do.
Yeah. He has Nikki Ronin, right?
Yeah. Ronan's in his bracket.
Yep.
I think Calistine, right?
No. I
Or
don't
no,
think-
Calistine was in
Emerald City.
Emerald City. Taza.
Yeah.
Taza's in there.
But it's dope though, man. I mean, like, being a competitor, doing all the work that he does, man, being
Yeah.
recognized by Eddie Bravo himself.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah, you're on one of the biggest stages in the game.
yeah.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yep.
I can't even find Eddie Bravo's page to try and follow him. What's his
Eddie
ad?
Bravo.
gotta write it out.
10p.
Was he
Eddie
shadow banned
Bravo
or something?
10p.
Probably.
Is it EDDY or IE?
EDDIE.
IE.
Bravo.
BRA.
VO.
Yeah.
10
110
10P.
P.
Yeah, nothing's coming up.
For
And there's
10
a little-
Oh,
for
there
10
it is. All
planet.
right, I see him. He got the check.
Yep.
All right, let's see how quickly he accepts my follow.
Dude, imagine
instantly.
Yeah, dude. Terrence is really gonna be butthurt. Really.
I really hope he does.
Like, I'm really excited for Danny today, but I don't know if I'm a fan of the EBI rule sets anymore.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I thought he just accepted you, dude. I was like, get the fuck out
Somebody
of here.
just sent a Babylon Bee article, which is like a satire thing. It's like New York City restaurants now requiring proof of support of Ukraine.
So funny. Yeah, yesterday I was in the city, bro. It was so weird. So weird.
Yeah.
Like, that was one thing I completely forgot about all that shit. So like we went out to to eat right after the workshop, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, do I need a fucking vaccine? Like, am I even gonna be allowed into these places?
And you said you didn't, right?
Nah.
They threw it all out.
Yeah, everything was gone Monday. They
Isn't
were
that
done.
so funny, man?
Yeah,
Like,
COVID is nothing. Not even a fucking
Well,
thought.
I just think it's so funny how on Sunday you need a proof of vaccination and a mask and everything else,
Yeah.
and then 24 hours later it's like, oh no mask.
You're good.
Yeah.
What's COVID?
Right. Oh, no mask, no
Oh,
vaccine.
yeah, well, Sunday night, they had a meeting and it was like, all right, I'm gonna go. It got fired Sunday night.
Yeah.
They're like,
Dude,
all
it's
right,
crazy.
your time's up.
COVID was at that meeting. It's like, listen, guys, I'm resigning.
Did you see that it was a Simpson episode? It was like a bunch of media guys sitting in a fucking round table, and they're like, all right, we're gonna do whatever this today, and then they're like, all right, well, they're not. No one's paying attention to this anymore. So you're gone. You're up. It was like fucking like some disease, and then it was actually, I think it was like a disease kind of thing, and then it might have went to like a war or something like that. In The Simpsons, it was
The
like
Simpsons have predicted so much shit.
Yeah, isn't that so crazy?
So much shit. It's insane.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too. Like I saw like a YouTube thing, and like it was like clips of The Simpsons with like actual events that are happening.
There's like a
Donald
legitimate
Trump being president.
Yeah.
you
There's a
know?
legitimate like conspiracy theory that's like gained steam over the years that Matt Groening, who's the inventor of The Simpsons, is a time traveler. Like you could find those articles all over the place, and one guy did one that was like on point. Like he dug into like certain sciences and certain coincidences in this guy's life of like not even things related to the show, but just people he knows personally that connects him to like this person who was working on time travel. Like it's bananas.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what do you think that is, man? Like, is it just pure coincidence?
I mean, Occam's razor, right? Like, I would say it's just the fact that they've been around for so long, so they've had a chance to make how many predictions, and get some right, because
Nah,
they've
he's
been
a
on
time
air
traveler.
for 30
They
years.
haven't gotten some right. They've gotten fucking everything right.
No, but dude, what I'm saying is like you got to figure they've been on air for like 30 something years.
Oh,
That's how many
yeah.
episodes. Like Nostradamus, right? Like everybody knows Nostradamus, right? He was like the.
that was Nas, the rapper.
the Notre Dame.
He was from Queens.
All right. Anyway,
Wow.
the guy
Hey,
was.
we can't laugh anymore, dude.
I mean, tell a joke that makes me laugh.
Wow.
Go ahead,
I like that one.
Good.
But anyway, he was. Nostradamus had the prediction of 2000, the world's gonna end, all these like events or whatever, and he spent his life making these predictions, and like 98% of them were wrong, but he got a couple right. So everyone's like, oh man, this guy predicted the future. Oh, so everything that he predicted, like in years later, when people start finding out about him, they're like, oh shit, the world's gonna end in 2000 because Nostradamus said so.
That's
So
one of
did-
the
so
few
did the
times
I'm
where.
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
You good? That's one of the few times where people actually look at like what you got right.
Right.
Because if you look
Yeah.
at most of the time, you could do 99% of things right. You do one thing wrong, and people are like,
You know what
oh,
they say.
you're a fuck up. But him getting that right, it's like, oh, he fucked up so many times. Oh no, he got that right. All right, this is all good.
Right, it's just that time.
This is like that
Yeah.
1% of
Just like the Weatherman.
Did
Just like the bridge builder.
what's his name, the creator of The Simpsons?
Matt Groening.
Did he get a lot right? Did he get more than a few?
Yeah,
A
there's
lot.
been a lot.
There's
It's like
been a
every
bunch
time
of
something's
events
coming
that
up.
they've like
I would say,
predicted.
like Trump running for
20.
president.
20.
The Twin Towers.
Google it.
Wow. Yeah, Google it real quick, Terry G.
He's gotten a lot right. Where
Yeah,
it's like
that's
it's
interesting.
almost, it makes you feel like it's not coincidental. But I'm not saying that this is what I believe, Remy.
Jesus Christ. Where the fuck did
They had the Super Bowl this year too. Bengals Rams. Like that was on the Simpsons.
No, but
He has it, the whole thing. He does a whole bit with it.
Who's that?
the score wasn't right because I put like $100, $200 down on the score that he had. It did the score. It was like plus fucking. I don't know. I would have made like $2,000 off of it, but
This says
the score wasn't right.
This says 30 times the Fox comedy successfully predicted the future.
Damn, 30.
30 times. That's like
That's
so
a lot.
creepy.
It's definitely a lot. But I mean, also they've been on the air for like, and this. I'm not saying I personally believe this,
one
but
a
this
year.
is what people would say,
Just
right?
keep backing them up, D-Rock.
This fucking guy. So anyway, this kid had fucking handlebars.
Yo, were you able to see like the blood pouring out, like where the sheet's getting soaked from the handlebars?
All right, was
I'm
squirting
gonna
on me.
hit pause right now.
No, but I mean, listen, that is really cool though. That like the predictions are 30 predictions that he got right.
I don't know if that's cool or if that's like
It's creepy.
scary.
It's creepy.
It's
But like the whole thing that I was saying, I'm not saying I believe this, but this is what people are going to point to. It's Occam's razor, right? Like the most easy, logical common sense answer is usually the right one.
Yeah, kind of like a psychic or something, right? Like
Yeah,
along
general like.
Yeah, like
statements.
they've been around for how many years? They've done how many fucking hundreds
you know
of
what?
episodes? Like, there's a lot out there, so they're bound to get some things right. I'm not saying that's what I believe,
But you know what
like,
also is that like I think that they just are like, basically they had a meeting. They're like, all right, what is the craziest fucking thing that will never happen? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, Donald Trump is president. You know,
no,
what I'm
but
saying? Like,
also
I think a
some
lot of
things
those
are probably like pretty logical. Also, where they're sitting down and they're like, well, what are logical outcomes from things that are happening in the world?
Yeah, that
this
too.
might be one of them,
Right.
and so they make an episode about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like I know it's freaky, but like it is kind of crazy though that like they did get 30. You know, 30 is a big number. I know
Yeah.
they've been on
It's not
air
like
for
3.
30 years.
Yeah, I
and
believe-
however many episodes they
Yeah,
did.
like
think
that-
600.
like the Donald Trump thing, dude. You got to go to the context of when that came out. That's when Donald Trump, back in like the early '90s, he was talking about how if he ever ran
He
for
would-
president,
Republican.
yeah, he'd be a
Because I
Republican.
believe
So that's
anything
why
Fox
that
News
happened.
tells
That
him.
wasn't like Donald Trump never mentioned it.
No,
and they
I
just,
know.
you know what I mean. So like those are things that you have to go back to the context of like
Yeah.
when those episodes came out, what was going on in the world, where they draw those conclusions to them.
Yeah.
Well, what was
It's
going
just-
on
it's
when
still-
he
And that's Occam's razor.
I like Gillette.
when he did the Tampa Bay Atlanta prediction? What was going on in the world when they did that?
What?
What was
When
it?
the score for the Super Bowl, not this last one, the one where I don't know, it was the exact score.
You're talking a
Of-
bunch of dudes who don't watch football.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
it was the Simpsons.
Or The
He
Simpsons.
predicted that the whatever team was going to beat, like come back and beat the team, and it was the exact score.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And he predicted that?
he predicted that.
That's pretty cool.
And it was the same like coach too. Like he had the coach of the team that won. Like,
And the score.
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I didn't really watch The Simpsons. I just watched the intro.
Yeah, I didn't watch them.
Oh, because they got on the couch a different way every time.
Every time. Like, that's all I watched.
600,
The Simpsons for.
600 episodes, and they did it differently every fucking time.
I love that
Really?
part of the show. Yeah.
Every time they get
I
every time
used
they
to,
get
I
on the
used to
couch.
have the
it's different.
Simpsons video game. That shit was mad fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
It was kind of like a kid's version of like Grand Theft Auto.
What system
really?
did you
Where
have
you
on
could just like do
PlayStation?
fucking anything. I don't even remember.
Damn.
Maybe like GameCube or something like that.
GameCube shit.
Gamecast.
Yeah, but it was funny, man. Like every time Bart Simpson's like flying home on his skateboard,
It was GameCube.
comes into the fucking living room, everybody jumps on the couch. It's
And
like
they're all something different every time.
one time the couch turns into an alien, eats everybody. One's like a fucking rocket ship, it flies off into space. You know?
Have they ever like normally sat on the couch?
I don't think so, dude. I don't think they just normally sat on the
Terry,
couch.
Google it.
Simpsons was a good show. I've never even like entertained the thought of watching South Park. I always just thought it was stupid.
I never really watched it, but when I was up working in Connecticut and I got like one channel on the TV, and
That's
it was
what you watched?
It was South Park half the time and The Office the other half.
The Office, so funny.
Never watched that either. But Billy told a good story about
Hey yo,
South Park, how they were making fun of COVID, and instead of it being COVID, it was pajamas. Remember Billy was telling us that?
yeah.
And like they just like everything that was COVID was pajamas. You know, it's like you have to wear pajamas when you come in here. You can't be in your regular clothes. And like it just the episode actually sounded really funny. It was like
Yeah, they had like a whole pandemic special or something like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was the advertisement while I was up there.
but
It
it's
was
cool
like,
though because they were
pandemic
making fun of the pandemic.
Yeah.
They were making fun
Yeah.
of COVID. You know,
when
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
really young, like one of my friends, they were really into fucking South Park. So like, I would be like kind of forced to watch it, just be like from hanging out with them. But like,
Did they make you watch the episode where the kid gets this handlebar stuck in his
yeah,
leg?
they did, and I.
Yeah, they did. They did.
But
South Park and Ren and Stimpy. I remember when
Yo,
they
Ren and
first.
Stimpy was the shit.
But I feel like both South Park and Ren and Stimpy. I had a friend of mine that like was older, was going to school in like the city, and like I feel like it started out there and then made its way to like Long Island. Like it got popular out here. I remember like everyone's like, oh yeah, my buddies watch South Park. Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy. I feel like didn't originate.
never even heard of that.
Ren and Stimpy.
Never heard of
dude.
that.
It was
Wow.
it was so graphic. It was a cartoon, but everything was so over the top. Like if
Yeah.
Ren or Stimpy had like a pimple on his face, the artist, whoever did Ren and Stimpy, would like zoom in on this pimple. It would be fucking nasty red, irritated, hair growing out of it. They'd pop the pimple, like zoomed in, like pus would fly. Right? It was
Yeah,
like
remember-
pretty.
remember
Pus would
Power
fly
Touch
out,
Man?
blood would fucking
Yeah,
come through.
He used to like he was like a superhero and he'd like pinch people in between his butt cheeks and
yeah.
shit.
Yes,
Hey
dude.
yo,
Dude,
What
it
was that
funny.
other Animaniacs or something like that?
Yeah, I used to watch that show.
United States, Canada, Mexico,
Rocket
Panama,
Power?
Haiti,
Yeah.
Jamaica, Peru.
Oh shit!
Damn.
You don't remember that? When they did the world map song?
I remember that. Yeah.
I never even seen that.
I didn't, remember exactly what it was, but
How about that Rocket Power?
I love Rocket Power.
Right?
What?
So good.
So good.
Never heard of it.
Rocket
No,
Power?
that's-
Never heard of that?
Never heard of Rocket Power? It like takes place in California. It's a
Yeah.
bunch of like they're kind of like X Games type kids. Like they do like ride bikes and like rollerblades and
Play
shit.
hockey.
Oh, that's dope.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
When did that come out?
We were kids. Like
So I was probably
you were
I was a teenager getting turned down by girls at that point.
yeah, you were
Yeah.
probably in high school when it came out.
So it sounds perfect for you.
Yeah.
Rocket Power.
Yeah.
Nice.
it was awesome. Such a good show. I'm surprised. Like
I'm surprised you guys don't even never even heard of it.
No.
I grew up on like Saved by the Bell.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Kelly
was
Kapowski.
G.I. Joe.
It's like a cartoon version of that.
What was the Thundercats?
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock was the
Fraggle Rock
shit.
was fucking awesome.
Damn, daddy.
Thundercats.
Damn.
I loved Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats was dope. Yeah, man, a lot of good shows growing up, dude. A lot of fucking.
Do you
good
remember
shows.
the they had the All Stars? It was like Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, a bunch of Magic Johnson. They were like superheroes.
No.
Oh, dude, what was the name of that fucking show?
We did talk about one show that we could all relate to was Joes versus Pros.
Pros versus Joes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pros versus Joes.
Yo, love that show.
That was a great show.
That show was fucking dope.
I don't know if I ever saw that show.
You've
Yeah.
never seen Pros versus Joes?
It was like retired athletes going against like just regular dudes that they were like high
Pro
school.
Stars. That was the name of the cartoon. Pro Stars.
Oh, I never seen that. But that
Pros
was a good
versus
show.
Joes was fucking
That was a
great.
good show.
Yeah.
You ever see the show where they had like old
Nah.
celebrities had to like dive or some shit like that? Like they were doing like a swimming competition.
No.
It was like who's a fucking really tall basketball player? Reggie Jackson.
Ming?
Not Reggie Jackson.
That's a good call.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's in
Michael
like the
Reggie Miller,
70s.
Reggie Miller.
Yeah. He like had to dive off a fucking diving board. Like, and they're off a high dive too.
No, I never seen that
Yeah.
shit. What about like what was it called? It was like American Ninja Warrior, but like it was like so
the,
stupid.
The
like,
Chinese people?
Yeah, that shit
Dude,
was awesome.
what was the
I love flapjacks.
Yeah.
They would start the
It
obstacle
was like
course.
voiceover, but like
Yeah.
had nothing to do with what
Yeah,
they're doing.
what was that like gladiator type show where like
That
they
was it,
Oh,
American
yeah.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
When they had to like climb up the pyramid and
yeah,
then,
like, and you're like fucking
off.
you're like shooting them with fucking
Tennis
Yo,
balls.
that
Yeah.
shit, that was
I
crazy.
always wanted to be on American
I
Gladiator.
know.
They
Yeah,
brought
that
that
looks
show
so much
back.
fucking fun.
Like in
For
like
like one
2015,
season, I
it came
think.
back a little
Yeah.
bit. What's in? Gina Carano was on it.
You had like all these guys that were the gladiators that were
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
go. You had like Turbo.
Yeah.
Turbo was one of them.
Laser.
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 Yeah.
I always wanted to be on American.
They're all-
What's the one where they
American
shot the tennis ball gun
American
at him?
Gladiator.
No, I know.
yeah.
What was the name of the event? They would,
Oh, that was like the final. Like you had to get that was the
They were shooting. They would shoot the tennis balls at you, and then you'd have to shoot like a Nerf gun thing at
You'd
the
have
target.
to like get to like a bunch of different like
Yeah.
checkpoints and
Yeah.
like here's a gun here
yeah,
or a
and
gun
you'd have to
there.
shoot the bullseye and get them
Yeah.
out. That show was the shit.
What
They were,
about-
they were all on the Greek supplement.
Yeah, they
regimen.
were. Yeah, they were all saucy out,
Yeah,
dude.
for real.
Yeah, that pyramid one was the best because you had to make it to the top and you had all the gladiators fucking like throwing
Yeah.
you
Dude,
down.
what was
the
that? What was
hallway?
that? Nickelodeon version of it. Where they had the aggro crag.
Double dare, bro.
Oh yeah.
Was that Double Dare?
it
No,
was
they
like
had to climb the mountain.
Temple
They-
Run or something like that.
that was
Yeah.
another
Temple
one. No,
Run,
but
yeah.
there was the aggro crag. You have to climb up that fucking rock. What was the name of that show?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Fuck! Hold on, I'm hitting.
But
Google.
the American Gladiator, remember they had like the hallway, they had to run. It was basically like you had to just fucking get past the
yeah,
one
it was
guy.
like it was like a football drill.
Guts,
Yeah.
dude.
God. Oh yeah, Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon Guts.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, some of
the
those
slime.
TV shows that I wanted to do.
Then the
so
one you're
bad.
talking about is Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh, that show was so fucking cool. I was all about that show.
Yeah, yeah. Man, TV shows just aren't the same anymore.
No,
man.
those
Dude,
are,
I definitely
there was
wanted
like
to get slimed when I was a kid.
yeah, there was
Yeah.
like double dare.
Yeah,
and
I'll
like
slime you.
Nick Gas.
Yeah, Double Dare was fun as a kid, like going through the mouth. Remember
Yeah.
that? The big mouth, he slid down the tongue and shit.
Dude, it
Oh,
was so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yo, what about Singled Out on MTV?
Dude.
I don't know that one.
Room Raiders.
Room Raiders was
Dude, a
another
kid
good
I went to
one.
high school with was on Room Raiders and he won.
The fuck is Room Raiders?
Really?
That was like when someone of the opposite sex, like a girl, would like go to like 3 different dudes' rooms and like go on a date with them, judging by like
their room.
what they liked in the room.
Okay.
What was the one
Oh, he
where they
wears
like
Calvin
someone
Klein.
they were on a
fart.
bus or whatever?
Smells something awful in
I
here.
think they got breakfast.
Oh, smells like butt.
Yo, Rem, whatever happened to that coffee?
What? Yeah, Brie, what happened to that coffee?
Oh, L.
I wasn't trying to
he's
throw you under
working.
the bus. I didn't know that involved you.
What do you think? I was gonna go get it?
I know. I thought you like DoorDash it or something.
It's
I
in the
didn't
same place as a cheesecake.
Oh, Oh, going back to the cheesecake. What were you saying, Terrence?
You guys can go fuck yourselves.
That it smelled like poo.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about a show.
No, Luigi was. He was saying there's some show about being on a bus.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Room Raiders.
Yeah, there was like a
Oh yeah, Room Raiders. Yeah, so like
His friend was on.
so this kid. Yeah, it was not really my friend.
got no
This kid's kind of a character.
acquaintance.
And
Was
he
it
knows.
Potts?
and no, but yeah,
Pot, stop telling the story now.
he won, and then he was also on Jerry Springer.
Really?
What?
He was on Jerry Springer, and the thing was like, my girl got a girlfriend. Like he was sitting there, and his girl was cheating on him with another girl, and he's on Jerry Springer. Like fucking ridiculous.
Dude, why would he go on that show? That's like,
It had to
get paid?
It had to be fake. No, I don't
Did
think
he
so.
meet that girlfriend on Room Raiders? Is that how this went on?
No, I don't.
Imagine that would be fucking.
But how funny is
as
it? The
fuck.
kid was like, he's like a reality TV guy. Like he was
Yeah.
on Room Raiders and fucking Jerry Springer.
my brother loves Jerry Springer, dude, and he said that
Jerry,
he bought tickets to go, and when the people come out, there's like a coordinator, and like they have signs like, okay, like this guy's the bad guy, so like everybody starts booing. So the guy's down on the floor like this, and it was like boo, boo. And then there was like another sign for like clapping or like being like, and you were only allowed to do certain things like
Applause. They had a thing that says, like,
you,
applause.
You weren't allowed to whistle. You had to do everything the same way with everybody else.
Dude, I can't believe that. Is that show
crazy.
still on the air?
Nah,
Nah, I
No.
don't think
Dude,
so.
honestly, I think Maury was better than Jerry.
Maury, and then what was the other?
Yeah.
Montel.
you
Montel
are.
Jordan.
You
Yo,
are
the
father.
cameramen for fucking Maury, the way they fucking followed them.
Oh, when they're
into the
crying,
back?
they're crying. It's like
Oh,
you
yeah.
were not the father. The guy starts
those
doing
are
like
probably the most
backflips and
athletic
shit,
people out there.
and like does like a whole like choreographed dance routine.
That's
and
so
then
crazy.
and
It's
the
like-
wife. Oh my god! Hey yo!
The best was
Got
when they
excited.
would do like the what the fuck was it? What, paternity test?
Yeah.
And then it was just like they had like 3 guys on stage.
Yeah, it's like how many dudes are you fucking?
Yeah,
man?
and
You
the
don't know
same-
who.
at the
One
same
girl, I think
time.
she was on it like 37 times.
Yeah.
And
Like,
the
we
dudes-
definitely got it this
and
time.
the dudes were so happy. It's like, yo, that ain't my baby. The hair ain't even like my hair. It's like the test says you were not the father. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. And like they
I
run
told
all-
you. I told you.
Yeah, yeah. And they go to the next dude. It's like the test says you are not the father. Yeah. And then it was like the last guy, and then she starts crying.
And it's like, wait, you are not the father.
Yeah.
It's like,
They chase her to the green room. She's like, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Yeah, some of those shows were insane,
it's
dude.
crazy. It's like you get nutted in 3 times in 1 week. It's like, how do you not?
Like 3 different dudes.
Yeah, for
Dude, Danny
just
came
having
in
fun.
1 pound under.
Oh, nice.
Weighed in at 169, so the weight's
Nice.
made. Yeah, it's
So
just-
he is not the father.
despite all the fucking. I mean, they had a nightmare situation
Oh,
at the
man,
airport
yesterday.
yesterday.
Oh, I felt so bad for
They
him.
were at
I
the
would've
airport since
murdered
what?
someone.
Like 5 in the morning.
Yo,
they
are the
got to
airports
Yeah.
still bitching about like masks and shit
No.
I
like
have
that?
no idea.
Nope.
No? What about like on the plane?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know public transportation is not anymore, so I don't know. But the planes might be different because it's like going from state to state. You know, like the train yesterday, I didn't have to wear one.
Yeah.
In the stores and shit in the city, I didn't have to wear one.
Yeah, but what if you're like at the airport? You still have to wear one?
Well, that's what I'm saying. In the train station, I didn't have to wear one. So I
Train station different than a fucking airport though.
did I not just say that?
You did.
Oh, dude, on another note, I just want to congratulate Sunder. He got his purple belt this week.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he puts the
Yeah,
work in.
congrats.
But yo, tell him the story about Danny. The fucking horror story that he had at the airport.
Yeah, so he was at the airport. I believe that Taylor. What time did they get there? 5 in the morning or some shit? 7. They were there at 7 in the morning. They're waiting around like they got delayed for I think like 2 hours, and they boarded the plane. They sat in the plane for like an hour and a half, and then they deplaned. So then they're waiting like another hour. Like, what time did they end up taking off? 5 p.m.
And what time did they get there?
7.
5
In the
7
morning?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think they were saying that like Danny was like contemplating on just calling it quits and going home.
Really?
What was the reason behind this? What was
Weather.
going on?
The weather was shitty yesterday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the weather
Wow,
sucks.
that's-
I
fucking-
probably would have murdered someone.
Yeah.
I'd have hit up Eddie Bravo and unfriended him. Like, I'm out.
Like, yo, dog, send me your fucking.
I mean, like that's such a tough spot to be in, man. Like you're starving, you're cutting weight, you fucking.
well, that's the worst thing. It's like you can't even eat.
Right. But then here's like the biggest opportunity.
Can't drink either.
Right.
Couldn't drink water or anything.
No, but then here's the biggest opportunity that you're facing. It's like shit. Like, do I just say fuck it? No, like there might not be another chance.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, you're stuck. Yeah, it sucks though.
That
What?
sucks.
But you know what? This all might be like a sign, dude. This
Yeah.
might be his time to shine.
I
You
got
know?
stuck in the airport for like fucking 4 hours one time, and I wanted to murder everyone.
Yeah,
I bet.
Everyone.
I'm sure.
Dude, I wonder if Sean's
Every-
got a question of the day for the kids.
Yeah,
Wait, don't you ever get your weight up, not your hate up, Nick?
No.
Never mind.
So you lied to me?
No,
No,
he was.
I wanted to
He
talk
was
about
talking. He was talking
the
about
Legion.
Eddie, you got a question
the
of the day?
Legion American Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh.
Yeah, I want
Question
to
of
hear
the day?
everybody's.
I thought it was a get your weight up, not your hate up there.
No, I want to hear everybody's opinion, but I got yours.
Opinion on what?
Don't worry about it. We're past it already.
All right.
We got a question of the day. Sean got something for us?
I don't know. Sean's in the back. Sean.
Question of the day, homie.
Is he in the back still, or where the fuck?
Probably in
did
the
he
back. Uncle Bob. I don't know.
Uncle
When
Bob.
you guys want to bother him, I don't. I feel like I'm gonna.
I'll go.
I feel like I'm gonna.
I got to piss
he's
anyway.
coming.
So
He's coming now anyway. Sean, by any chance you have a question of the day? He said he doesn't think so. You do?
Let's weigh in, baby.
Let's hear it.
He got some complaining to do.
You're eating the sour straws for breakfast?
No, they're peanut M&M's for breakfast.
Oh, dude.
Protein.
It's one.
The green.
Get your weight up and I hate them. Something that's been bothering me for a couple weeks, so I wrote it down. Incorrect titles on porn videos. Okay? So, like, you search, like, a certain topic. Like, let's say you search PAWG, perfect ass white girl, right?
I thought it was fat ass white girl.
Whatever it is. But then you just get, like, perfect ass, it should be. And you just get, like, a fat chick. And you're like, no, that's not what I'm looking for.
I think it's because you had the interpretation wrong of the acronym.
F. P is
Yeah,
perfect.
fat with the PH, my
No,
guy.
no.
This is some
It's supposed to be
90s shit.
like a nice fucking perfect white booty. Yeah. So that bothers me. That, and then you have videos like on whether it's TikTok or Reels that say, wait till the end.
Oh, and nothing
I
happens?
fucking hate
And
that.
then you get to the end and maybe something happens, but it's just not, it's
It's
non-climactic.
like clickbait. So
I want to lose my fucking mind. Or like you get halfway through the video and it's like, keep waiting, it's coming. Like, no, I'm not. Fuck you. I'm not watching it now. So I turn it off.
Or it's like, yo, follow this page, you'll see the ending, and it's like, no, that page doesn't have the fucking ending on
tune
it.
in
Fucking
part
piece of shit.
2. And like, no, I'm not doing it. Go fuck yourself.
link
now.
in bio.
Yeah.
Yo,
Shit like that.
what
I
about
can't stand it.
what about that game? It's like a video game, and it's like I bet you can't play this game for like 30 seconds
Yeah,
without
I
it
bet you can't
coming
come in 40 seconds.
from a video game. I'm like,
I'll
what?
show you.
I'll bet you I come before the page loads.
I always come before the 30 seconds.
Yeah, but those titles definitely don't match the video.
They are a
sometimes,
little
dude.
misleading.
And the fucking, like, my stepbrother, stepsister, like, you ain't fucking related to that person. What the fuck
No,
you talking about?
definitely
Luigi, they're actors.
Yeah, one's
They're actors.
Sean, you got the Dr. Scholl's?
Yeah, dude, putting them in. Dogs are barking. Dogs gonna be barking.
Dogs are barking. I never heard that before. That's good.
oh shit.
Yeah, that does suck though. You're looking for a nice video with like a nice ass in it. You just get some fucking dimply cottage cheese. Fucking
Can we pull up Pog so we can show Sean what it really is?
I'm pretty sure it's
It's
Do
fat
you
ass
like-
white girl.
Pretty sure I have it saved.
Like a if the ass is a little bit smaller but it's a perfect shape,
yeah.
do you like that better, or do
Yeah.
you like a big fat ass?
I think it's the shape. The shape. I
The
feel
shape.
like
The shape is the most important part.
Yeah.
Because just being big doesn't make it nice.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
okay.
Another one.
A pog.
When you look at when you look for naturals, like you want a chick with like natural titties.
Big naturals.
So yeah, no, not big naturals, just natural. So you're looking for like a C, maybe a big B, a C, or a D, and you just get like a 400-pound chick with just gross fucking sloppy
Mammoth,
titties.
behemoth, yeah, fucking.
No, that's just big fat titties. That's not natural titties.
bowling
Don't put that
balls
on the
for
natural
areolas.
titties.
You have to untrain your algorithm,
Ridiculous.
dude. You got to start changing up the way you search because your algorithm is trained for this
All right,
shit.
I got you. I got
Sean
you.
ran over here with one shoe. Sean ran over here with one shoe on. By the way, I don't know if you fucking noticed that.
Dude's fired up
The
today.
man is bothered today.
All right. Urban Dictionary. A pog is a fat ass white girl. Fat with a PH, meaning a nice round onion butt that when you screw her doggy style, it gives the right amount of cushioning. And then for this word used in the sentence, man, I banged this pog I picked up from the bar last night. Her round ass was so nice I didn't last for more than 2 minutes before I nutted on her.
Urban Dictionary.
Can
bro.
you
I
make that
love
one
it.
of your fucking Instagram captions?
I love that, dude. I love that.
Yo,
Yeah,
Urban
a
Dictionary is so
a
funny.
big ass doesn't just cut it. It has to.
Shapely.
Yeah,
shape matters, man.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
don't want no dimps in there, dude.
And you also need the proper dimensions because if you're fucking 90 pounds and your ass is fucking 60 of them, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I like a natural ass though too.
Yeah, the
Like
fake
the fake ass looks
not,
good in jeans and shit, but if there's no bounce or jiggle,
Yeah.
No, I'm not down with the. I'm not
It
down
looks
with the
weird.
fake
It
ass.
looks
hard.
weird.
It almost hurts.
I could get past fake titties, but fake ass is
your
just.
pelvis starts getting bruises on them
Yeah.
and shit.
Even fake tits are kind of weird.
Yeah, they look great though, but like a
Yeah.
fat ass just doesn't. It's not the same.
Well,
It's
the,
not the.
the tits now they're making them so they almost feel real.
Yeah.
Like the fake tits they've come a long way.
They used to be like rock hard. They used to
Yeah.
look like they were rock hard. I don't know. I wasn't grabbing fake tits in the 80s.
Yeah, no, neither was I.
If I can put my hand around and squeeze them, it's real enough for me.
Anything more than a handful is a waste.
If they got cantaloupes in their bra, he's good with it.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this, but like, all the shit that women do, makeup, fake tits, push-up bras,
They're the biggest liars, dude.
Yeah, dude. Spanx.
What is Spanx?
Spanx is
was it Chris Rock? He said men tell the most lies, but women tell the biggest lies.
Ooh,
100%.
Deep.
That's a good
Spanx are like
Chris Rock, dude.
Spanx are like these like
Bars.
spandex things that chicks put on underneath like their clothes, so it keeps like
The
if they
shit,
got
like,
it
tight.
keeps everything tight.
Oh, okay.
Like
Almost
a,
like a girdle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's like like what a corset does, like the
Yeah.
top of your
Yeah.
body.
But that's what I'm saying, though, man. Like, they don't think it through.
Yo, you ever see girls like that where they have like fucking super tight waist, and then it's just like their ass is just ginormous.
Yeah, they have like
It's
those waist trainers.
the waist trainers that like make them
Ass
like,
so fat that you could see it from the front.
Ooh,
Yeah.
low staff, baby.
but it's like, how do you think that looks good? Like,
Because it's accenting their curves. They want that hourglass. But what I'm saying is when you take that thing off in the bedroom, dude, and it's like a goddamn like tsunami of
Yeah,
skin
the
and-
fucking levee breaks.
Yeah,
Well, no,
dude.
but when you-
they're keeping the lights off at that point.
when you wear a corset, it like naturally trains your
Yeah.
body to stay like that,
Yeah.
or not. Or
That's
whatever,
got to
it
be
could
like crushing your insides though. Like
Yeah,
it can't be good for your
definitely
like
It
your
is. It's
intestines and
terrible for
everything.
your digestion. It's terrible for
Yeah.
your
But
body.
that's the look, though. That's you blame that to Instagram, dude. That's Instagram's fault. Everybody.
But I just don't know. Like,
it was way before
how do you-
Instagram.
yeah, it was way before Instagram. Corsets are like from like the early like.
Yeah, early like,
like
I would say
Victorian
18,
era.
1900s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
But it's just like, dude, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
1940s. Fuck up, dude.
Dude, get your facts right before you come at me.
Fuck up.
That's the only facts he needs.
That's it.
It's the spaghetti special right there.
Fuck up.
But yeah, I don't
We'll
know
just be
who
sitting here and just
looks in
hear,
the mirror and
"Fuck
is like,
up."
oh, I look good today.
Yeah, it's a weird look. It is a weird look.
You know?
I
It's
agree.
confidence. Good for them.
It's
They
not
have
confidence. It's
confidence.
the exact opposite.
Yeah. If you were confident, you wouldn't have to put the fucking corset on.
Nah, that's what they. That's
And
what
there's a
they
lot
like.
of girls
That's-
out there with confidence that should not have it.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing wearing a half shirt, lady? What are you doing? That's like if I just was like,
Your
yeah,
red
check out my
hair.
huge dick. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
I would do that if I had a huge dick.
Speaking of which,
Just hang it out there.
Hang it out to dry.
Yeah.
I gotta go piss head of my huge dick.
Yeah, we're gonna
let's wrap
Yeah,
this
we'll
up.
wrap this bitch up.
All right, I guess I'll wait.
Yeah.
no, go take a pee if you want, dude.
No, I can't be here and miss
Why
the
you
ending.
like wrapping it up?
All right, so everyone tune in. It's going to be on UFC Fight Pass today, right?
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
p.m. Danny Stolfi will be competing, so
Well,
we're super excited about that.
Nobody's gonna know this
Nobody's
because
gonna know,
tomorrow
yeah.
it's coming out.
But
Ooh, all right, well, go on. Hey, listen, go on Fight Pass.
You can
and
replay it.
Yeah, replay it. Give the
Yeah.
guys some support, man.
Yeah.
Big shout out to
We'll
Island
make a
Kava.
post today.
Yeah, we'll make a post. Shout out to Island Kava. You guys are in town. You want to check out some teas and drinks in a cool environment to chill out. Come check them out. We're always here, so you can chill with the boys.
Yeah, you get a live podcast when you hang out.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Big shout out to Relax and Revive. Sar's a good dude. If you're an athlete or
Super
just
great spot.
hard worker, check him out to get some recovery. Big shout out to Total Motion 360.
Yep.
And
And shout
Be-
out to
be
our
Remy.
boys,
yeah.
Terrence and Sam, popping those cherries
Hey.
the consecutive weeks.
Yeah, and shout out to Connor too, man. He looked good.
And Randy.
And Randy.
Yeah, man. The boys look great.
And
Yeah.
Eddie on that marvelous coaching job.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. He's on a streak right now.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
All right, yo, thanks for listening.
Peace.
Ta-ta.